Hello, everyone. How's it going? I swear I do have a guest. Clearly. How's it going? Welcome in. We are here. Fancy seeing me here. I know, ChemDog. Fancy seeing me here. I don't know if this is loud enough. Hey, happy 5 months. Thank you so much, Cherry, for the resubscribe. Happy 5 months. And I appreciate you. See, you did get a share it. I knew you would get a share it, even though you subbed in advance. In advance. Also, how are you feeling? I hope you're feeling a little bit better. Feeling a little bit better than earlier? Worse? Same? Let me know. Let me know if this level is okay. These mics are really sensitive, so I always have to turn them way down on my levels. But it looks like the levels are pretty good for what I'm seeing, I think. What else was I going to update here? I need to update my sub goals. We're probably not going to do the wheel for this stream tonight. I haven't set up the wheel. So there's that. So we shall see. But thank you for the resub. That counts as one towards our goal. We're at 213. So if we get to 260, then we unlock the drunk dexterity stream.
Did someone say drunk?
Oh my gosh.
Hello.
Hello. You're not, though.
I wish I was.
You asked me for booze, and I said...
I didn't ask.
What do you mean you didn't ask? You
I
literally asked.
I said, give me the booze.
That's true, you demanded. Which I do have booze, but not... Well, I do have booze. I could have made you something. I got lime juice.
Lime juice.
And I got tequila.
Can't wait to drink that lime juice tequila.
Oh my goodness. Yes. And if we get to... What was the other thing I was going to say? If we get to 75 members over on YouTube, then we will unlock the Lego stream, and we're at 67 right now, so just so you guys know. We also do have the tree, and I know I said next stream I'll be... What?
The tree.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
You can kind of see it. It's back there. You can kind of see it. I need to move the chat off of your chest.
Hello, everyone.
And face. I think. Where should we move the chat to?
Yes, this is my swamp.
Should I put it over here and I could lean this way? And then you could lean a bit this way?
Chat can be on me. I don't care.
Oh, you don't care if chat's on you?
No.
Wow. Thank you for the hydrate,
Love when
Webline.
chat's on me. Keep them coming.
Oh, you got water. Good.
I need to be held down
My
by
water's under the table.
the weight of your kind words.
Ow. I hurt my thumb. Thank you for the hydrate, though. I hurt my thumb. It's not your fault.
Hello, Mage. Thank
That's
you.
A me thing.
I love this shirt. 40 stream streak for RuPaula.
I don't know. Do I put it here? I think if I put
Amanda's
it here...
too distracted to realize what's just happened.
What? Congrats
40
on the 40
stream
stream
streak.
streak. Congrats. I think maybe I'll put the tip cup.
This is the only green I have in my wardrobe.
The only green you have in your wardrobe?
Yes.
Is that true? Is that true?
Yeah.
Whoa. Crazy. Craziness. Hydrate. I gotta do that. 40 in a row. That is so many. Thank you so much for streaking, Rapala. Oh, yeah. We are both wearing green. I didn't even realize. This was planned. It was not planned. Brian says, Duck, I knew you'd come.
Hello, Brian.
It was foretold, and so here is Duck. As sometimes Duck joins me for talking comics. There is a lot of comics that we got, because there was stuff that was delayed.
So, yeah,
There's a lot of comics. And then we also got pulled into new comics.
Apparently, Diamond, for those who don't know, one of the major distributors of comics.
Also, some stuff was literally pushed back for release dates as well.
Yeah, there was that, but also the Diamond situation is kind of crazy because they kind of had a monopoly over like everyone's publishing for a while in comics, and now everyone's leaving them.
I don't know if everyone everyone knows about this, that this was the thing. Do you guys know about that? About how Diamond was like the sole distributor of comics, and now that is not what's happening. The monopoly has been
John Doe, hello,
broken up. It has
Chemdog.
been slowly unraveling though. Because
Amusing.
started with what? DC? Or did both Marvel and DC leave Diamond?
Dead Pup.
And now the full transition is coming through? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, so DC left.
Ooh,
and
we got a sing mode.
Sing mode.
Also, congrats on the 15 stream streak. Amusing. Thanks for streaking.
I will let
streams.
me figure out my story here first.
You gotta sing it.
I'm trying to figure it out in my head before I can sing it.
Thanks for the lurk, Rapala.
Oh. So yeah, DC left. They're like, we can do this without you. Also, we're gonna start publishing on Tuesdays, or releasing on Tuesdays, even though release date is Wednesday, and has historically almost always been that. And then everyone else was like, wait a minute. DC isn't losing any sales. They're actually doing pretty good. Maybe we don't need that Diamond.
Maybe we don't need it.
Maybe we can do this ourselves. Well, not themselves, because they went to Penguin Random House. But...
What?
Sorry, you're looking at me like I said something insane.
No, I'm just listening to you.
You looked over like...
No, I didn't. I didn't look at you. I looked at you like this. I looked at you normally. I went... I was just listening. That was my intent face. I was intent. Also, hello everyone. There's so many people in chat. I should say hi to everyone. I think I can say hi to everyone. We didn't sing at all. You didn't sing any of that.
What? I had a story to tell.
Yeah, you gotta sing the story. When the sing mode is redeemed, we have to sing everything. You know how to sing. I've heard you sing before, and it's pretty good.
I don't know what to say. Anyway, let's move on.
This is the shortest sing mode ever if we stop here.
I don't know what to say in a sing-song voice.
You can say anything you want. You could talk about comics or not. You could
Hello,
say
Eric.
hi to chat. But then you would say it like this. You would say...
Hello, Eric.
You have to sing it.
Hello, Eric.
Well, that was... It was a little bit of duck singing. And a little bit of me singing. I hope that was all right, Evil Webline. Thank you for the sing mode. Was worth it.
That boy good.
Duck has a great singing voice, actually. Ira, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much.
Hello, Ira. Welcome in. Okay, so we have so many comics. We gotta
read it out. Maybe.
We really gotta get into this here.
I don't know if it'll actually read it out. It might not read it out tonight because I had it set up on a thing, but now I don't have anything set up on that thing. So now all the TTSs should be read out, but we won't hear them because we don't have earbuds in. But you guys will hear them. And I'll keep an eye out for them on the desktop audio so that when it's going, any super chats that are sent or bits, just keep an eye so that we don't talk over them.
Keep drinking that fruit water, Cherry.
Keep drinking. Keep those fluids going. 100%.
Chill, hello.
Chill, hello. Okay, let me say hello to everyone. Can I say? I think I could.
Speed round.
Chris, hello.
Sing it,
Carrie,
I dare
hello. Rapala, hello. Chemdog, hello. And of course, I also have to say hello to Mage. And after Mage, there comes Evil Webline. And after Evil Webline is Amusing Streamer and Riddler Pun. Hello, hello. Dead Pup, hello. Hi, Amanda and Duck. I just read Justice League and have a stack of comics to my left for the week ahead. That is basically our lives, so I feel you there. Sai, hello. Chemdog, hello on both chats. Chill, hello. Ira, hello. Big Time Objective. Hello, hello. Brian, hello. John Doe, hello. Mitch Thomas, I don't think that I ever talked to you in your hockey team. You said this last time, but hello. And hello to Matt. And hello to Eric. And Matt, I have a question for you in a moment, I think, perhaps. And that, I think, is everyone. think that's everyone.
There we go.
What was I gonna...
We have 30 comics here.
Did you count this?
I just counted them all.
Oh, this one too?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a lot.
Because this is here. So I counted this.
The board. What was I going to ask? Oh, I was going to ask Matt a question. I think, Matt, I need to ask you a question. Let me just check. Wait, that's not the right sheet. This is the right sheet. Matt, you are one of the people that put bits into my bit splits for the subathon on unlocking the Discord watch-along party. And I was wondering if there was a TV show or perhaps a holiday movie, if you prefer, that you would like to suggest for one of the 2 watch-alongs we have coming up as a reward for you supporting that Bit Splits hour. So let me know, Matt M, if you have a suggestion for that. Ruffrey suggested Cobra Kai. And yeah, that's where we're at. Anyways.
Yeah, you get to throw your hat in the ring.
Throw your hat. Toss that hat in the ring.
And you help decide what everyone gets to watch.
Oh, I can't sing that because that's the Beatles.
Yeah.
Will I get sued?
Yeah, you will.
Oh, man.
They'll come for you. Well, at least
but
2 of them will.
I appreciate, at least 2 of them will. Yeah, the rest can't.
Yeah.
But the 2 is enough for me to be worried.
Once the zombies are around, they'll be coming for those rights.
Oh my goodness, the zombie Beatles. Superman 20 was nice as big time objective. Yeah, we were just talking about Superman actually. Neither of us is reading Superman, but it looks pretty good.
I was checking out some of the spoilers on, or sorry, not spoilers, the previews on Reddit earlier just to see what's going on. It seems pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said earlier, we have a stack of 30 comics that we picked up this week, which are pretty much just comics that we're reading right now. So adding anything else to this list is a little much.
We already have too many things on the list. I need to like reassess in the new year because I just keep wanting to
so
add
much
stuff.
Dan Mora.
There's so much good stuff right now. It's like a serious problem.
Cobra Kai is still going strong.
John is asking, have you seen Moana 2?
It's not out yet for us.
No, neither of us have seen it yet.
So,
it comes out this weekend.
Yeah, it comes out.
I think it'll probably previews or tomorrow.
Previews are tomorrow.
I'm not going tomorrow, but
I'm working tomorrow.
Maybe Sunday?
At some point.
This weekend. At some point we're going to see it. I'm very excited. I love Moana. It's one. I actually almost got a Moana tattoo. That's how much I love Moana.
Big time. His red levels are off the charts. I laughed at that line in Superman. I saw that come up in the preview.
Dante, thank you for the highlighted message. Dante asks, how are you both doing today? I am doing fairly well.
I'm doing well.
Sleepy, but good.
I got pizza, so I'm doing okay. Much better than I was before.
You were very hungry before. You didn't eat food. That's why.
No.
Only pizza.
Only pizza. That's all I need to survive.
Powered by pizza.
Uh-huh.
This duck brought to you by pizza.
Brought to you by butter chicken pizza.
It was good. Duck,
pretty good.
Who is your favorite Marvel villain? Dante would like to know. Thank you for the highlighted message.
Favorite Marvel villain. Let me think right now. I had someone last week. Or the last time we did this stream, 2 weeks ago. It's probably someone street level.
Gotham, if I haven't seen it already, says Matt. I have only seen a little bit of Gotham. I would totally be down to do some Gotham. We could do a Gotham watch-along party. It's a good suggestion. All right, so Gotham and Cobra Kai. And I still need Scribbles505. If y'all see Scribbles505 in the chat. And why does this keep turning on? I keep turning it off and it keeps just turning on again.
I think you keep hitting it. No,
I'm not hitting it. With what? We're not hitting it. It's a ghost. There's a ghost in here. And Lily99 as well, if we see them in the Twitch chat.
Dante, I have cosplayed before. Amanda and I, when we were at San Diego Comic-Con this year, Amanda was Peacemaker and I was Vigilante.
Yes, we have a vlog on the YouTube channel. And you can see Duck as Vigilante at SDCC. And we, like, literally were just walking down the street together after we got coffee. That was the morning we got coffee from the Star Trek place.
Star Trek coffee.
And so many people were, like, stopping us before we were even at the con. And I was like, get ready. This is what it's like. this is the cosplay life. You're gonna be addicted.
And then I got stuck in the sun in a full bodysuit and full mask.
But until
and I
that
got
happened,
so sweaty.
you were really enjoying it.
My goggles fogged up so bad. And I started getting lightheaded. I was like, I can't see. I can't breathe because the mask goes over my face.
That was also because it was like one of the first days, and the first day is always kind of a mess. And I was like, I know why we tried to arrive right at open because we had appointments and things to get to. But
so let's pretend like these are like the beams like above you that were like the overhead that we were going into the doors. Our line stopped. Well, how do I do this? As I was like between the two beams, like the sun was going just directly on me. If I was like a few feet,
there was no shade.
A few feet ahead or a few feet back, I would have been in like a little bit of the shade, but I was like just directly in the sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just started to black out.
But you were also Psyduck when we were at YetiCon.
Yes, at YetiCon I was Psyduck. Psyduck is my go-to.
You were Psyduck, and I was Haru from Pokemon Concierge. Yeah. So it was, and I think that was the experience that actually got Duck hooked on cosplaying, because now Duck has ideas for cosplays.
Well, I figured if we're going to San Diego, then
we have to apply again. We got to do that. But yes.
Bring an umbrella hat next time.
Oh, posture check. Thank you for the posture check.
You need to bring like a mist gun.
We need those neck fans that people have. Those look so cool. I saw those at a bunch of people had them at Gen Con this year, and now I want one of those. You can get them on Amazon. We can see they might be on special for Black Friday.
Strap ice packs to the inside of.
Did you do a posture check?
I'm always doing a posture check.
Oh, okay. Eternal posture check.
My spine is always straight.
Amanda would have melted in the sun. I was also melting in the sun, yes, but I think maybe it was a little bit different. I wasn't in a completely black suit.
Yes, if I wasn't a duck, I would be a Ninja Turtle.
Because I was wearing at least white pants, but I did have a metal helmet. But I took that off for a lot of the time I was in the line. It was hot, though.
Christopher.
But I'm used to that. I was prepared, knowing what I was cosplaying in California. And also, at least Peacemaker has, like, the guns out, you know?
Person of interest, Watchalong.
Dante is asking, if I created characters for you both in the Marvel Multiverse role-playing game, would you ever cosplay the character? I don't typically tend to cosplay a lot of OCs. So I would say probably not, but possibly. I mean, I have done an OC cosplay before, an original character. Yeah, I typically do them, though, with the characters that I create.
As long as I have the funds.
As long as you have the funds. I mean, yeah, if we had the funds, we would do a lot more cosplay in general.
Also, don't worry, Chio. It was just like that one moment, like first thing in the morning, especially because it was a long night, and then we had to get up early to get to like interviews and stuff. And so I really wanted to grab a coffee, but I didn't think it through and didn't grab an iced coffee.
Well, our coffees were cold. They were cold brews.
They were cold brews, but I should have just grabbed like
should have just grabbed ice and just poured it into your soup. You did it again, see? I didn't do that. What is that?
No, am I bumping it?
No, I don't think it's you. I think it's
also, yeah, big time. Big time.
Maybe when people send... Oh, I didn't think about that.
Oh, maybe. Big time said, I like getting my comics digitally. Please don't ban me. Everyone, read comics however you like.
We also read digital comics.
Manga, doesn't matter.
I love digital comics.
However you want to consume it.
Physical, digital.
Just
you do you.
At least support in some way.
Because
I know there are some like yar ways to get those comics.
Some yar ways?
Yeah.
Yar?
Yar.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
There's ways that you can get comics on the high seas. But even if you do that, you should find a way to support your favorite creators because they deserve it.
But digital comics are great. I mean, look, I have way too many comics. I barely have space for all the comics. So that's the thing. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying, Eric. Would I have been burned by the sun as a vampire? You know, you would think that, but there's sunscreen for that now these days. So fortunately, you just put your sunscreen on. You're good to go. I just got to make sure I reapply, and then boom, I'm not going to be burned up by the sun. I actually did a live while I was in San Diego by the pool. which was fun.
Not the nightmare coach.
Eric, yes, I was on earlier today. I played some Dragon Age the Veilguard, and I will be back on tomorrow playing more Dragon Age the Veilguard. I'm going to try to get on for 9 a.m. if I can, but my goal is to be on for at least 10 a.m., but we'll see. We'll see.
All right.
Because I'm taking this weekend off from streaming because I have someone visiting from out of town.
Go to comics
Should
jail.
we talk about comics?
Yes.
Let's talk about comics. Let's give the people what they want. Yara Flor, indeed. AKA Queen of Piracy, as we all know. Who do you think would be the best pirate out of all the Wonder Girls? I actually think it would be Yara Flor.
Yeah.
She would be really...
She would be the
and then
best
you
pirate.
could call her Yara Flor. Look, it's not my fault. ChemDog made me do it.
Mm-hmm.
SPF 1000, SPF 1,000,005.
Chris, keep voting on person of interest. We'll get it. We'll get it one day.
Also, Chris, thank you for the guide the raid. If Nick is still streaming when we finish, I will definitely raid over there. Saw him streaming earlier, playing some Twisted Metal.
Big Red and Daddy Duck, hello.
Critter Nation,
Hello, Tully.
Hello. Hi, Tully. Hello. Big Red and Daddy Duck. I love it. Yeah, Chris, you're still watching some person of interest? Nice. Okay, let me switch over. I don't even know if this is set up. This might be crazy.
Let's hope it is. Brian, I have not been reading the new TMNT. Sorry, I'm like not quite in.
Sorry, I'll adjust that in a second.
I read the IDW stuff from the beginning, like the last run, and I loved it up until a point, and I fell off hard. Not to say that it got bad, I just couldn't keep up with, because I was buying them by the trade, and I just stopped at a certain point and just never got back into it. So I need to like go back to where I finished off, and I want to keep like, wait, there we go. I want to go all the way back around.
Zoomed in for some reason.
Not really, I zoomed in. But I really like the IDW stuff.
I guess it's not.
You have 0 zoom.
Okay. I thought I zoomed. I guess I just need it to be taller.
Oh my lord.
Oh, maybe not that tall. Maybe like...
Where are you going?
Into the atmosphere. That seems pretty good. There we go.
So,
I like how even when I turn on the extra light... Oh, wait. I need to adjust us. I need to adjust so many things in this frame. I'm sorry.
constantly adjusting.
Well, we're covering chat right now. It's not ideal. I don't even know why I have it set up like that.
I don't know what you've done.
I don't know what I've done. What have I done? Okay, well, chat, I'm just going to move you beautiful folks over here so we can see you. And then I'll adjust us so that we are more in the frame, especially so the duck is in the frame. Oh, wait.
All right, so question for everyone. I've been noticing that there's a lot of Thing love lately. Ben Grimm the Thing at Marvel.
I think Ben had a anniversary, didn't he?
Is it the anniversary? Is he getting a new book? Like, what's happening? Because I've just been out of the loop on that front.
There were a lot of Ben covers, including a very scary Dazzler cover.
Oh my god, that was horrifying.
That was very scary.
If Dazzler was made, like, looked like the Thing, but instead was made of a disco ball.
And let me
horrifying.
get rid of the giveaway that's on here. Where is that layer? Oop. There we go. Sweet. It was very frightening, and we were traumatized by it. But...
I mean, it seems like a bizarre sword for a non-anime character, Kyojo, but it is this Blade of Artemis, which in lore would make sense to be gigantic.
Dr. Malalache, I hope I said that right. Welcome on into the Fang Gang. So yeah, I guess this is picking up right in the monster battle. I don't want to spoil this for anyone. I haven't read this.
There she is, all glowed up.
She's all glowed up. I'm very excited to read it. Unfortunately, we are late, and I also haven't read anything because we were stuck in traffic, and of course, because now the sun sets at freaking like 5 p.m. or something crazy.
Usually it takes probably maybe a half hour
for us to get from the LCS.
40 minutes from
back here,
LCS back.
To the bunker. Sorry, did I blind you? It's so dark. This is better.
Yeah. I just may never see out of my right eye again.
Oh my god.
But anyway,
I turned it up
sorry,
once.
Tully, you're gonna be in for a treat with Preacher. Yeah, it took us way longer. It took us like an hour and a half to get home. Or
Ooh, the
home,
colors are
to get
so
back to the
good.
bunker.
Jordy Belair, what are you doing to me with these colors? These colors are gorgeous. Okay, I don't want to spoil it, but I'm very excited for this. Obviously, based on issue
50th
1.
anniversary Marvel 2-in-1.
I
Thank
was
you,
not
ChemDog.
sure. I was not sure the 50th anniversary of Marvel 2-in-1. Is that why there's all the thing stuff?
Yeah.
There you go. I knew there was something. What was I gonna say? Oh, I think this might be the comic that I might have to just follow along with and do like videos on every issue. Also, I'm sorry. This is why I never have my phone on, because otherwise it goes off like every 2 seconds because I have so many.
Get it out of here. Gamma, what were you saying about? Sorry, I was reading your thing. They're making a new Watchmen. Oh God.
They're making a new. What do you mean a new Watchmen? Like comic?
What are the deets on that, Gamma? Tell me. I need to know.
Oh, I just realized Lucy sent me a happy birthday message. I didn't see that. I get too many notifications.
You gotta stop signing up for all these emails.
It's not even like just emails.
This
it's
one's
like
yours.
Discord servers, and it's a million things. Oh, nice. Jeff got back to me. I might be doing an interview, guys. Isn't that exciting?
Lucy McPhee. Eric.
Lucy McPhee. This is Uncanny, and I did read.
Follow her on Twitch.
I did read issue 5. This is issue 6.
Oh yeah. Just sorry, it was on the inside of the new Watchmen. It was on the inside of the Absolute Wonder Woman.
Oh,
it was the Watchmen,
the movie,
the animated movie.
Yeah, we did a reaction to the trailer on the channel, and by we I mean me. Duck
Oh,
was
hi
not in
AJ.
it.
I don't care enough. I love the Watchmen. I think the Watchmen is one of the greatest comic books ever done.
But we have to like get the DVD. That's the thing. People were asking me today if I've seen part 2, and I was like, I haven't even seen part 1. I gotta get the DVD.
You can get it on digital.
You can get it on digital?
You don't have to get it.
Where is it on digital?
Apple.
Can we rent it?
Yeah, you can get it on
we
Apple.
Could buy it, I guess, digitally as well.
I think it's a $4.99 rent.
Gotta get it on DVD. The
Also,
Watchmen is amazing. Is it really good, Eric? Did you enjoy it? The new one?
I'm sure it's well put together.
Yes, ChemDog, I realized. So I read issue 5 today. Finally read it. And I was like, this is what ChemDog was talking about with the diction lessons. Because I was like, when did this happen? Recently. It happened very recently. Yes, Rogue has been taking diction lessons. That was the thing that came up in issue 5. The ending of the last the ending, though, it was so freaking cute. And Wolverine basically says, I heard that she's been like taking diction lessons. That's how the issue opens as well.
Mm-hmm.
And he says to Gambit that to tell her to just stop doing that because she's perfect just the way she is. And I was like, that's so freaking cute. But also all the people that were obsessing over Wolverine flirting with Gambit and Rogue back at the beginning of this are probably also losing their minds based on that line. But I thought it was so cute.
They're going crazy. Oh, okay. So part 1, Brian says part 1 of Watchmen is on Max.
Oh.
So part 2 will probably also be on Max eventually.
That's might not help us though, because we don't get Max.
Could be on Crave is what I'm saying.
It could be. It's animated though, so we'll have to see. The weird thing is
we
don't
Apple.
have Max, but we have Crave. That's our version in Canada. And the only problem with Crave is that a lot of the animated stuff is weird and they don't give it to us. Like the BMO special from Adventure Time, Suicide Squad Isekai, like all of that stuff. Harley Quinn, the animated series. Basically anything that is affiliated with Warner Brothers. Anything that is animated that is HBO Max, actually is what I should say.
Yeah, so just in response to you, Gamma, I like the medium. Oh,
This is what I was talking about. It does this periodically.
I like it for like everything it does for the medium of comics, which is why I enjoy Watchmen so much, because it works on so many levels as being read. When it comes to the adaptations, I feel like there's a lot of that's missed. I feel like people like the Scott Snyder film. I didn't think it was a bad film at all. I just thought. Wait, Scott Snyder.
We're getting into some of the kid origins probably on this issue.
I just thought that it was focused on the wrong things.
Makes sense why they're on the cover.
But that's just me.
So
also, before Watchmen wasn't good, in my opinion.
So this seems interesting. I feel like we're getting into some of the stuff with some of the kids, which makes sense. They're on the cover. And this is also going to be an interesting issue because it is, I feel like, the beginning of a new arc. Because I feel like issue 5, we kind of wrapped up the last arc. Which is also making me wonder if I want to do a video just on the first arc for Uncanny. I'm trying to decide because obviously I want to do videos on like every single issue that I read.
I was going to say, don't switch off. We got 28 more comics to get through.
I know, but I may as well switch while I'm waiting for you to grab it.
Okay, well, I guess I'll just throw this away.
Brian says, I enjoyed part 1. Nice.
Yeah, Brian, I'm still excited to see it, to see what they do.
I'm interested.
I mean, it's just not...
I just feel like we've seen a lot of Watchmen.
Yeah, I'm just not like, oh, I'm going to jump right into this right away.
Yeah, we weren't like, ooh, we're so thirsty for Watchmen. Because I feel like we've gotten, like, we have Watchmen.
We have Watchmen at home.
But we have Watchmen at home. Did you see how the director asked for a chance for Kraven? Oh, is that a thing that happened, Eric? What did the director say? Spill the tea. Cherry says, okay, I'm going to lurk now so I can sleep. I'll keep you on as always. Definitely need to rest, though. Yes, please rest up. You have so many people coming for Thanksgiving. So definitely take some time and rest. And thank you for the highlighted message. Thank you for the lurk as well. You just don't trust Kraven? I mean, you shouldn't. He's a villain. I don't think we should trust him.
I think we should trust that this movie is going to be watchable.
I think it'll be more watchable than Madam Web.
Okay, so I just did a quick skim.
Do you think it's going to be better or worse than Venom 3?
Better.
You think it'll be better than Venom 3?
So I literally can't show anything because this is just all spoilers.
So just show us the cover.
But I just wanted to bring up that it is Incredible Hulk issue 800. We made it.
Also, I got to take Lo-Fi Girl off the screen as well. Where is that?
Get him out of here.
There it is.
Doomsday Clock is bad because I feel like it is off. Like, the plan was to do more with Pandora. Does everyone remember her? But she died, and they say Dr. Manhattan killed her. So that whole thing with Doomsday Clock...
Hello, Heavenly Wave.
...is literally a mess of behind-the-scenes problems. Of people not hitting deadlines, people basically changing storylines midway through arcs and not telling other people that it was happening ahead of time. The whole thing is a mess. I wish there was one spot to go that you can just read from top to bottom everything that went wrong with Doomsday Clock. But it's like just on different forums, different Reddit threads. It's crazy how it's like everything that could have gone wrong just went wrong.
Yeah, I love this. I love this cover. I love this art. It's so good. It's so good. What was I gonna say? This is Klein.
This is Klein. And Johnson.
Klein and Johnson. Heavenly Wave is asking, who is your favorite superhero? What would you say, Duck, to that question?
Who is your favorite superhero, Amanda?
I'm going to ask you back. Oh, you're asking me. Who is my favorite superhero?
Yeah, you think.
I got too many.
Right now?
Right in this moment?
Right in this moment for me? Loving Moon Knight.
Moon Knight is a good pack.
Moon Knight's pretty good.
In this moment, for me, you're asking me in this moment?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Rogue right now. I mean, I did also just cosplay her the other day, my Marvel Snap stream, which always makes me love her more. She's so fun to be.
Welcome in.
I love Rogue
just
so
talking
much.
Comics.
But I mean, there's a lot that I love, Heavenly Wave, but I'll pick that one today.
Red Hulk making a comeback next year?
Hello.
I wonder why.
I wonder why, yes. I wonder why. Which superhero universe? That's a good follow-up question, Lumix. Who's everybody else's favorite superhero right now? Does anyone have like a favorite superhero of like all time, or does it change for you guys as well? I play quite a bit of Marvel Snap. That's how I know most heroes and villains nowadays. Nice, nice. Yeah, I did a Marvel Snap stream on Monday where I was dressed up as Rogue. I did a little bit of cosplay. We unlocked a cosplay stream over here on Twitch. So I did Marvel Snap stream as Rogue. Sadly, I don't have Rogue unlocked though, so I wasn't able to make a Rogue deck. But it's fine. This is Rockefellers, which is the book that I have been the most excited for with Ghost Machine. Other than obviously I was excited for Hyde Street, but I believe after we read the previews for Ghost Machine, we read like the little short vignettes to give you a little bit ideas of like what the stories were going to be like.
The primer.
The primer.
There we go.
This was the comic that I think I had the best reaction to. What would you say?
Yeah, this is
the one I was the most hyped for.
This is one you read and you were like, this is going on my poll.
I'm like, I need to
right
add
away.
This. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I did forget to add it to my poll. So, but fortunately, our shop still had copies of one. So I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna add it to the poll. Ooh. And I've heard great things. I've heard everybody's raving about it. So I'm very glad that.
I mean, it's Tomasi who.
I feel like it was the pick too that like people weren't like as hyped about before it got released.
If anyone is really good at doing family dynamic, in my opinion, it's Tomasi.
Yeah, I agree with that.
His Batman and Robin.
I love the
and
family
his
dynamic.
Superman,
and I love how weird it is.
Yeah, his Superman run is one of like my all-time favorites. There's an issue where they just go to the fair. That's the issue. It's great.
Heavenly Wave says, I love Spider-Man for Marvel, Batman for DC. Good picks. Good picks, Heavenly Wave. Batman is like one of my all-time favorite superheroes, like ever. I love Batman. Eric says Batman for me all time. I want to look in this, but I'm scared that there will be. I don't think there's going to be anything super spoilery.
What's gonna spoil? You're.
I mean, it's only the first.
You're gonna be reading it in real time.
It's gonna be.
Big Time Objective says Spider-Man Forever will be my fave superhero.
Big Time Objective says Superman.
I know. I just.
Were you playing with me?
Yeah.
One time. I did it one time in a video.
Tell the story, Amanda.
But I did do it a lot more than people saw because you would edit it and then be like, you did it again. I'd be like, why am I doing it? I'm writing it correctly in my scripts. And then I go and film and I'm just reading what I wrote and yet I still do it. Yeah, so one time in a video, I was talking about, was I talking about Batman versus Superman? Superman versus Batman?
Batman versus Superman.
Batman versus Superman, the movie.
And you kept saying Batman versus Spider-Man.
And I don't know why, because even when you looked at that script, I showed you in my script, I wrote it properly. I don't know why. Something about those S names, my brain. And you know what it is, though? I think it's also because
Hello, DC Young Top.
Always felt a lot of pressure at Top 10 Nerd to get everything right, because then when I made a mistake, everyone would, like, come for me in the comments. It was very intense. It's already, I feel like, sometimes challenging, because I feel like people just want... The amount of times that people would tell me that I just never had read a comic ever is, like, ridiculous. So...
Oh, God.
That was, I think, I got in my head, and then I would say things wrong, and then I'd be like, oh, shoot.
Also, Duplinsky, Juggernaut is on the X-Men right now. Despite not being a mutant.
This dog is so good,
He is a member of the X-Men, so technically a hero right now.
Whoa. Your fave is Wanda in any reality. Wow. Wanda's got some pretty interesting looks in some realities.
Wolverine and Wanda for Marvel Man.
Well.
Holy shit.
I already love this comic.
That looks great. Wait, look at the bottom.
I know, the Rockefellers.
Who's on art for this?
Francis Manapul.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I should have recognized that it was
the
Manapul.
Colors? Are there colors? I guess Francis Manapul is also the colors on it.
I'm pretty sure Manapul
does both.
Does both.
Wow. These colors are straight fire.
Amanda, you didn't know you were just a poser, apparently, says Tully.
You didn't know? Yeah. Just a poser. Me, I don't know how to read. Never read anything in my life.
What is this nerd shit around here? I have no idea what any
I don't know
of
where
these
any of it
things are.
came from.
I just find it in dollar bins and I bring it back to the bunker.
I just, yeah, I look online and go nerdy things, and then whatever comes up, I buy that.
We got our first Radiant Black mention of the night. Gamma says, unrelated, I need to buy more Radiant Black. I have the first issue. That shit is peak. Radiant Black is so good. They took a short break for a bit. Oh my god, Lord Liu Kang.
Lord Liu Kang.
Be careful. Radiant Black is probably my favorite Image comic coming out right now.
We love Radiant Black.
Everyone read Radiant Black.
Go read Radiant Black. Also, Cowl is out right now.
And Cowl.
And also Radiant Pink is another one you can read. And also, I think we're getting a second book soon. I really need to do the review for this review copy that I was sent, by the way.
Yes. For your favorite Chem Dog?
Inferno Girl Red. This is also really good. Like magical girl, superhero stuff. That's also kind of like futuristic.
That one's fun as well. I haven't read it myself, but I've only heard
I'm gonna try though.
From you. Just put it on top of
and you should read No One. Are you reading No One? No One is really good. Put it on top?
Yes, Thundercats is also good.
On top of House of M?
Yes.
We put those up there.
Just to save you so much grief.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You can fix it later.
No, they can stay like that. They can be on top of House of M.
Favorite villain, Marvel Man?
Favorite villain?
Well, I said before, my Marvel villain would be probably Kingpin. But if I were to pick a DC villain... I don't know, Superman Prime is so good.
Favorite villain?
Sinestro. Sinestro is my favorite DC villain.
Well, I think for Marvel, I'm going to go with Madeline Pryor, even though she's not a villain currently. I don't think. I haven't really seen her very much, though. Is she still around? What happened to Madeline Pryor?
Who? Oh,
she just rule in limbo?
No, she broke up with
yeah, I know.
Alex in some Unlimited comic, and then now she's just rule in limbo. But sorry, quickly.
We haven't seen her.
Lohit says, hey Duck, who's that girl with you? Does she read comics too? I just finished Rockefellers and Absolute Wonder Woman 2 and Justice League Unlimited 1. We picked up all of those this week.
We did.
Can't wait to jump into all of them. They all look so good.
Me, never read a comic.
Also,
don't know how to read.
Lohit said, but better than Radiant Black is Rogue Sun. Also in the Massiverse.
Is one of Duck's favorites.
Yeah, so for a while I was reading like all the Massiverse stuff before we had to like split it up between the two of us because it started becoming too much.
It was a lot.
Yeah,
it was a lot.
But Rogue Sun is also great. Everyone, go buy some Image comics.
Go check out the Massiverse.
They make me so happy.
Do yourself a favor. Read some Radiant Black. Definitely check out Ghost Machine as well.
Yeah, check out Ghost Machine. The
Ghost Machine stuff is sick.
They got great stuff.
I still have to read Rook Exodus. You and Sasha keep talking.
That might be my comic of the year, Rook Exodus. But speaking
I did get another comic.
Speaking of Ghost Machine.
That Sasha was telling me about, though.
That's coming up. We have a system here. We got to go through the stack. Y'all see this? We got to go through the stack. This is not even all of them.
This is really
There's still more. Also, Tomasi.
Good things comics have a lot of pictures. And that's right, Eric. Thank goodness there's pictures. Otherwise, how would I read? Because I can't read. But, I don't look at them. I just get them, and then I just put them on a shelf.
Big Time Objective said
stack them up.
Darkseid, her favorite villain.
Although, to be honest, I have been reading a lot more One Piece right now again. I've been reading a lot of One Piece. I'm trying to catch up, guys. I just started this summer, so I got a lot of reading to do in One Piece land. But it's crazy. We're got Arlong right now. That's all happening, and I don't know. I think a character may have just died in the last thing I read, but then probably not because no one dies in One Piece.
Oh my god.
But I still always am worried.
Keocho said, is there a DC superhero known as Atomic Skull?
Atomic
And
Skull.
could you please cover him? Well, there he is.
Oh, sorry.
There's
Let me switch.
there's Atomic Skull. Just living life, doing
There's
his thing.
Atomic Skull. Could you please cover him?
Wait. He's covered. Consider him covered, KO
Consider
Joe.
him covered.
I had no idea this person existed. Oh, wait a minute. No, I have this issue. I have his New 52 version. Even more horrifying.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
There he is. Pretty great.
Whose villain is
Superman.
That? Yeah, Superman. Seems like a Superman villain. I was gonna say that. Rapala says, I can't read either. Reading? What is that? We don't do that here. No one here knows how to read. None of us know.
No. They're just some weird squigglies on my art.
On my art. So this is Hornsby and Halo, which I didn't even know this one was happening.
I have read Miracle Man. Miracle Man is super depressing, but fantastic.
Oh, this is
read.
also Tomasi.
Yeah, I just said.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. He's doing the family.
Distracted by chat.
Close this for a second. He's doing the Family Odyssey stuff.
Oh, okay, Family Odyssey. So is this in the same world? Does that mean, is this Family Odysseys and is Rockefeller's?
Rockefeller is also
Are they
Family
in
Odysseys.
the same universe?
I don't know if they're in the same universe yet, but I think it's implied.
I feel like the whole idea with Ghost Machine is I initially thought everything was in the same universe, but then people were like, no, there's separate universes within kind of the Ghost Machine
umbrella.
Multiverse, if you will, or whatever. But I think when you have things that have the same, like...
It's the same runner.
It's the same...
I guess editor-in-chief, maybe, you would call it.
Yeah.
So it's only a matter of time before they cross over.
Yes.
That's all I'm gonna say.
But so in this one, the idea is that the devil and what, like the Messiah? Like they've basically been family swapped?
Yeah, so there was a war between heaven and hell.
And so they swapped babies?
And
to keep the peace?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay, so like I said, it's like a little bit good omens, but it's also a little bit like kind of giving some like
new gods.
New gods. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like Apocalypse
and New Genesis.
New Genesis.
Yep.
Yeah.
How did you even start the computer, guys? How do you know the multi-syllabic words? Sus. Making it up as I go along. I'm surprised you all understand what I'm talking about.
Earpieces in right now, and people are speaking somewhere else. You can't see them. You can't see our earpieces. They're invisible, but they're in there.
Yeah, Geiger.
They're very tiny, nanotech.
Geiger, Redcoat are in the same universe. Rook is its own thing.
I really like these colors. I'm not sure how I feel.
I was elected to lead.
Feel about all this art, though.
How do you feel? Sorry, you said I don't know how to feel about this art?
I said I like all these colors, but I'm not fully sure how I feel about this art, though. But I'd have to read it because the art might be, fit with what's going on in the story.
I can't
that's
wait
a huge part
until
of comics.
we run into Peter Sonnenberg.
And that's what I've heard from people.
And I
that read
tell
them.
him, wow, Amanda really loved Hornsby and Halo, everything but the art. Your art.
No, I'm not saying I don't like
Here.
the art. I'm just saying I don't know how to feel about the art. I'm processing it.
Well, I can't wait to read that later. I'm very excited. So, here's a big one from the week.
Yeah, it sounds like New Gods for sure. New Gods vibes.
You gotta double spread that.
Ooh, this is like raised.
Textured, yes. Textured foil. Open it up all the way.
Okay.
Give the people what they want. The whole team.
There it is.
Hello, Gabe.
And it's foil goodness.
Doing well. How are you?
Foily goodness. Hi, Gabe. How's it going?
Eobard Thawne. Oh, that's okay.
Duck said, do I get the foil? And I was like, hell yeah, get the foil.
Get the
That foil looks so good.
While I love Thawne, I still think the rogues, if I were to pick multiple people, like a team, the rogues are my favorite Flash villains. They're so good. Captain Cold. I used to read them like this.
Like a rogues gallery, or just like for a villain team?
If I were to, because the question was like, who's your favorite villain? And I already said Marvel villain, so I was like, maybe DC villain, but I can't just pick one rogue. I got to pick them all. So if I could pick them as a singularity.
I mean, it's hard because I feel like a lot of my favorite DC villains aren't villains anymore.
Like who?
Well, Ivy is one of my favorites, but she's literally on Justice League Unlimited, so she's not really a villain anymore.
She'll be killing people soon enough.
Well, I mean, I'm sure she'll come back around.
Yeah, ain't nothing like the double spread. Oh, good, Gabe. Feeling strong today, says Gabe.
Nice. Like to hear that.
Also, yeah, I was reading this earlier. I was going through the pages. Dan Mora, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
This man is on 2 books a month. How is he putting out this quality?
Sorry, it doesn't want to focus. Maybe if I move it. Come on, camera. Hey.
There we go. Look at this. How is Dan Mora doing?
How does Dan Mora do it?
Yeah.
There we go. These colors are also fire, though. Tamara Bond villain.
I do agree with you, Gamma, that Aquaman does deserve more iconic villains. Black Manta and Ocean Master are both great.
I feel like Aquaman has some great villains.
Name
though.
2 more after Black Manta and Ocean Master.
Okay. Okay, Black Manta and Ocean Master. But I mean, those ones are pretty great, to be fair.
No spoilers, Lumix. No, don't look at the chat.
Oh, I was gonna say, what about the isn't King Shark sometimes an Aquaman villain? Not originally an Aquaman villain, but King Shark. Sometimes.
King Shark is a villain.
Sometimes.
That's the one that Lumix said.
Yes. And I didn't look, by the way. You guys all saw. My eyes were over here. Okay, but there's got to be someone else that I'm missing here. Who else is Aquaman tangled with? I mean, a lot of it is like politics. Like a lot of it is like undersea, like this other kingdom or a thing, or like creatures. Like there's creatures that he fights in the depth.
The Trench.
The Trench.
I was gonna say that's another good iconic one.
From the Trench?
From recently.
What about that big like Cthulhu guy? But he's in the ocean. He's like an octopus? Doesn't sound super iconic.
Man, you're
I'm on fire today.
Knocking him out of the park here.
But you know, the one that eats him.
Oh, sorry, we're completely missed this. So Justice League Unlimited, for those who don't know, my God, the foil is so shiny. Brand new start to the Justice League. If you wanted to jump in, now's your chance.
This is part of the DC All-In initiative.
So much like the animated series from back in the day, DC Unlimited, Justice League Unlimited, this Justice League Unlimited comic is doing the same thing, where there's no real like set team. It's just any heroes.
Ooh, Animal Man would be
can be conscripted to join the league. So you could just have a team of like a bunch of weirdos led by Batman, like back in the Justice League International days, or like for example,
the awesome threesome.
They exist. Star Sapphire is on the team. Ivy is going to be on the team. She's on the cover of issue 1. Harley's on the cover of issue 1. Everyone's on the team.
Everyone's on the team. They're like, everyone get on.
But it's by Wade and Mora, and ultimately, it's just like, I feel like this book is just going to be fun. His World's Finest run was great. Also super fun. It got serious when it needed to get serious, but there was also an entire, like, Batmite. I'm pretty sure Mixie's Pitlip was there. Like, it's just, like, crazy stuff just happens because it's comics, and just embrace comics for being what they are.
You know who else I really like from DC as a villain? I really like Black Mask.
Is he an Aquaman villain?
No, he's not an Aquaman villain. And
go.
I really like Mr. Freeze. What do you think of that?
I love Mr. Freeze. Victor Fries.
Doctor.
Dr. Fries. Have you ever...
Mr. Doctor.
Have you ever read his New 52 origin?
Yes.
Baffling.
Yeah.
That's a fun...
That's a fun time.
For anyone who wants to do some homework, look up the origin for New 52 Mr. Freeze. It's pretty insane.
This is the comic that I got based on Sasha's recommendation. Sasha...
Casually Comics, for those who don't know.
Yeah, Casually Comics, for those who don't know Casually Comics. If you don't know Casually Comics, go follow Casually Comics. Do yourself a favor. Do everyone a favor and go follow. You will learn things and you will have fun doing it. My camera doesn't want to focus. That's fine. I have another camera. So think about that.
Ah, ChemDog, how could we forget about Aquaman villain Quisp?
Quisp.
I gotta get them Quisp.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. The moon is following us.
Yes, the moon is following us.
Third printing, y'all. Third printing.
Yeah,
I already have taken a look at this digitally, but I was intrigued. And so here I am getting an issue #1 to add to my own collection because I am intrigued by it. And, you know, when Casually Comics recommends stuff, I listen. And I already struggled to read what I have, but sometimes I'm just too compelled and I cannot resist.
Also, Kojo, I hope...
I love the art in this, man.
Sorry, I hit my mic.
And
I hope I best
letters.
described how Justice League Unlimited works for you. If you have any questions, let me know. But yeah, that looks super fun.
Super fun. Yeah, so, because the Justice League is entering this era right now where, like, everyone is basically a member, right?
Yeah.
So, basically everyone can be on the Justice League, which is kind of awesome. Imagine how much things they can handle. Eric says, it's strange.
There's a lot of butts in here.
The moon.
It's following us.
The butts.
All right, next couple are you.
ChemDog says, I tried to tell you too. You did also try to tell me too. This is true. Also, when ChemDog recommends, you should listen. ChemDog also has good recommendations, I will say. I will attest. I concur. The moon is following is awesome, says Brian. Nice. Sasha is amazing. Her wig game is top tier.
Butts are good, Lumix.
I agree, Tully. I
Not
agree.
complaining, just wasn't expecting to open a page double spread butt.
The moon. We weren't expecting it, but it's always there. In one form or another.
I honestly, you know what, as much as I've liked Hero Venom era, I miss just pure evil Venom out to get Peter Parker. Not saying we should go back to that. Let's not just ignore years of character development. I just mean, like, that era was fun.
And of course, we had to go with I think this is Art Germ. The Art Germ cover.
The Art Germ cover.
Look at those guns.
Looking real jacked, baby.
Looking real jacked. This is Psylocke, issue #1, which obviously is a little older now, but I didn't have my copy yet, so I am very excited for this, personally. Mm-hmm. I feel like this is going to be the Psylocke series that I wanted when I was reading Fallen Angels. Sorry to anyone that loves Fallen Angels. And, you know, I would love a Fallen Angels.
Joe. Glad I could help. I
would love a Fallen Angels book at some point that I can really vibe with. Because I read all of Fallen Angels. I just didn't really vibe with it. And I do think the history of Fallen Angels is really interesting in terms of the comics. But
Wheat
Germ?
He said Wheat Germ is his cousin.
Wheat Germ is his cousin? Yeah, Stanley Lau, a.k.a. Art Germ.
Yeah, see, I like God Carnage, like King and Black Carnage as well. I think that everything that's been going on in the Ewing run has been really good. Sorry, I just got thrown off by this. They actually remembered.
The relationship.
They remembered.
We're getting a little bit of a continuation of Hellions.
Yes. Oh my, Grey Crow and Quanon are still together. Thank you.
I'm going to read this, but I think I need to add it to my poll.
What was I saying?
Which is the problem, because there's too many amazing lady books right now in the X line, and it's killing me. It's killing my wallet.
King and Black Venom was great. I'm cautiously optimistic to see what we're going to do with the new Carnage Eddie Brock era. That'll be interesting.
King and Black was good, except I feel like the ending was kind of weak sauce, but the overall event I thought was pretty good. It's just the ending that I just thought was like kind of a little lame.
Oh boy.
But it went to some pretty crazy places, didn't it? King and Black.
We're not even halfway through. So we're not even halfway.
We're not even halfway. We gotta go through a little faster. Let's do a little speed run here. Let's do a little speed run. Your favorite DC villain is Deathstroke. That's a good pick. Why do I
Deathstroke is
keep
good.
clicking fighting games? I need to click Baking Cam.
Yeah, I would say Peter Parker and Eddie Brock switched luck in a way, because Peter's just constantly eating shit and Eddie's doing pretty good.
Yeah. Hyde Street, issue number 2. Ooh, I love this cover. Ooh, I love this stock for Ghost Machine. Man, they got the best stock right now.
Hey, everyone, like I said, go outside. Go outside.
Go outside.
Go outside for, well, you got to do that. No, find some kinds of Image comics, whether it be digital or at a shop.
Go inside or stay inside.
Find something, pick it out, and enjoy. Image is putting out some of the best stuff they've ever put out, like consistently right now. It's great.
Psylocke does look great in that issue, Gabe. I agree. Psylocke is looking fabulous. Although mentally, it looks like she might be having a moment. But I'm very excited for us to get into that because, yeah, I feel like we haven't gotten into that enough, and I love the promise. I was promised a dark book, and it looks like, based on those first few pages, I'm feeling confident that we're getting that.
Yeah, I love the Flexo stuff, Gamma. When that showed up, everyone who I was talking to about it was like, who the hell is this guy? He looks so goofy. I was like, it's Flexo.
Look at these faces.
It's that's what's his name? Oh god. Who's on art?
Reese?
Ivan Reese.
Yeah.
Ghost Machine has so much artistic talent.
And inks by Danny McKee. And colors by Brad Anderson.
Yep. KOJ, go outside, touch some grass, hug a tree.
Read a comic.
Read a comic.
Oh, I'm so excited to read this. Okay, what I'm going to say about Hyde Street is, the only thing that I've read so far from Hyde Street is the special. I read Devour. I have to read issue 1, but I'm very excited to read Hyde Street.
Oh, you read Devour?
Yeah, I read Devour.
What'd you think of Devour?
Sasha and I talked about it in our live stream that we did together.
Not a quick summary, just quick
thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was very disturbing, especially on it's like emotional horror, you know? It's like horror that makes you go like, oh god, that is how the world is, and that's disturbing because we live in it.
That's all I wanted to hear. I wanted to see if you got the same out of it as I did.
Yeah, I did. I do feel like I kind of wish that, not that they had gone
harder?
Like, a little bit I wish that they had gone harder, but I do think they went pretty hard with it. But I also was really devastated by the ending of it, is what I'll say. The ending is like...
It's typical EC comics where
it is very like EC
There's no happy
vibe.
endings, yeah.
So this is Dazzler, which I have been enjoying. Dazzler issue number 1. Freaking loved it as a Dazzler fan, guys. Freaking loved it. It's so classic Dazzler. If you are a fan of the original Dazzler series,
show off some art.
Yeah, we can check out some of the art.
Tully, obviously that's Doom.
Issue 2 was a little more like, oh, this feels a little bit more typical. I had you read those couple pages.
That was kind of a yikes
like,
for me.
Ooh, but overall, it was still good, I think. Overall, I was still here for it.
Hey, I only read those 2 pages at your request, and I was
like, it does feel like there's some stuff that they're trying to pay homage to from the original series that is just not
paying off or
not that it's
translating
not paying
as well.
But it's more like we were talking about this, and you were like, I feel like it's because it's like
a mini.
So they're just like trying to make sure that they hit all the beats.
They're trying to squeeze things in.
Yeah, they're trying to make sure that like we want a little bit of this and we want a little bit of that.
Gabe, I have not seen the Walking Dead TV series, but I've read the entire series.
I've only seen a little bit of the show, and I haven't read any of it. Well, I've read a little bit of the comic. I'm very like a little bit and a little bit.
I read that from start to finish.
I do like the homage they're paying to that original series. I just wish that they were able to go a little bit further with it and let things sit, because it feels like we're kind of doing this story at a sprint, and I wish it was more of a light jog. However, at the same time, Lila is here now, and so I'm very excited to see where it goes in this issue. And I am still overall enjoying it. It's just making me wish it was a longer run. I hope it ends up becoming a longer run. I hope they say, you know what, actually, you can slow it down because it's going to be like at least 20 issues. Because that would be great. Because I feel like the way that they're writing it right now, though, the way that it's going right now, it feels like it's going to be a mini and that's it.
Yeah, they're sprinting to that finish line.
Also in a way that kind of hinders the story, is what I would say. So we'll see how issue 3 goes. Issue 1 was really good, though. Yeah. I really loved issue 1. And then issue 2 was just, it was good. It was okay.
Okay, I can be quick with these next couple. Immortal Thor.
Image definitely has some good books. I agree, Lummox.
This is the most fun I've had with Thor in a long time.
This Ross cover.
The Alex Ross covers are all amazing.
They all slap.
Grey Gargoyle. It's a banger. I mean, nothing else I can really say here. It's like a return to form for Thor. It's so great. Also, I need you to see this because you will understand this.
Yes, I remember that, Gamma, and I feel like they're also kind of playing with that a little bit in the series. There's some Taylor Swift vibes, but I feel like that's always kind of been an element of Dazzler, anyways.
This is a bit of a spoiler, so I just want your reaction from this.
Mm-hmm.
You all speak in such riddles. Where am I? Can this be you, Asgard?
What? What?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Minotaur. Yeah, Minotaur in both. Everything he's in. I mean, Immortal Hulk, Immortal Thor, both great.
What?
Oh, yeah.
How is that possible?
Well, you gotta read Immortal Thor. I'm not going to explain the whole thing, especially because it's a spoiler. I don't want to spoil it for all of.
It is very much a spoiler, y'all.
But it's great.
But it is very. I'm very intrigued.
This is like I mentioned it before. Most
How
fun.
many issues are we in on Immortal Thor?
Immortal Thor. This is 17.
I don't know when I'll have time to read that, but I'm curious. I would like to.
And then next. So, I have my 3 favorite Marvel comics that I read every month: Hulk, Thor, and Ultimate Spider-Man.
Lummox, you were saying you like Psylocke better before because you feel like the comics were better in comparison to this new Psylocke series that we have. Why do you feel that? What do you feel like was done better, or what do you feel is being done not as well in the new series? I haven't read this new issue yet, so.
We got a new Black Cat, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, it is a very different character in the sense that it is not Betsy in Quanin's body, where Quanin has no willpower over her body.
The moon is following us.
The moon, it's following us. Double following us.
Yep.
Oh. The double booty.
Where's your Nightwing issues? Get that in here.
The new Black Cat.
Triple moon.
I'm very excited for this. Oh, I love these shoes that she's got.
Don't you go spoiling things, ChemDog. Let me enjoy this.
Yeah, Duck hasn't read it yet. I kind of wanted to just get to like where Black Cat shows up, but I don't want to spoil anything for anyone. So
Critter said, "Did they say how can we make Black Cat look more like Catwoman?"
I don't know. I don't feel like she looks that much like Catwoman, other than they're both in.
Yeah, it's like, don't be spoiling this.
I'm just looking for.
I want to read this later. Early '80s Psylocke. So.
I don't know if I can show this because this might be spoilers.
Is that?
But she's in there, confirmed. I saw her.
Is that Betsy Psylocke?
Early '80s.
Yeah.
Would be Betsy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But is that Betsy before the merger?
Quanon, I think, was the '90s.
Mm-hmm. So like original Psylocke.
She never needed to be a ninja. Yeah. Well, they had the whole ninja craze in the '90s, so
then everyone was a ninja, and they're like, what if we make her an Asian woman?
What if we put this British woman's brain inside the body of a Japanese woman?
Yikes.
We print the money. My name is Stan Lee. We got so many books over here at Marvel.
Oh my goodness. I can't when you do Stanley.
When I created Spider-Man,
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, Stanley.
What's he gonna do? Haunt me?
Maybe, I don't know. He might haunt you. I mean, he hasn't yet, so I feel like if it was gonna happen.
Sign my books while you're
Sign
there.
my books while you're there.
Poltergeist that
Hey,
pen.
Stan, while you're haunting me, stop. Could you just sign my book real quick?
Look,
Big fan.
Stan, I really like The Thing.
Have you seen this new Dazzler thing they're doing on the cover?
Dog, I know. I just, whenever something happens with Marvel, even now, I always do a blanket term. It was Stanley.
Yeah, Duck just makes everything Stanley, so he doesn't mean literally though. Don't listen to Duck. Basically, that's something you should know.
What if it's Stan? I'm putting on.
Oh no, Critter Nation has redeemed more Stanley from you.
It's Stan. I keep putting on the microphone.
Oh my goodness. No, it's from the notifications. I've actually realized when the when someone does a redemption, there's a sound that plays.
It comes back on.
Chemdog says, I met him once in 1991. Yeah, I think you've talked about this before, Chemdog. He was really nice, right? Didn't you say? I'm sure Stan was great, actually.
I wish I could have met him before he died.
Steven, hello. R to you. R.
R.
I don't know if that's actually what you meant to type, but I like it as a greeting, so R.
Yeah, Claremont did Psylocke.
I know! This is great. I also agree. Russell Dodderman on the art here on the cover.
Sexy.
Great buyer.
Sexy Agatha.
I need
back in the comics.
Agatha. There she is. I need to get caught up on my Scarlet Witch. I need to get caught up, but I've kept collecting it because I know I'm gonna love it. I'm very excited. It's near the top of my pile right now. If your need is great and your hope is gone, there you will meet the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, KO Joe. Like most things, Marvel got to it very late.
There she is, hot sense. Agatha. Look at her.
Oh, there she goes.
Hottie with a body, Agatha.
Tom Brevoort actually came out recently and said it was because of the success of WandaVision.
That they made her young?
That they made her young in the comics.
Yeah, because they made her
And he said no one cared about her before WandaVision, so no one's going to care if we make her young and hot. Something along the... Like, don't quote me on that, but it's essentially that.
Tom, you did not!
He was like, people aren't going to care if we change her like that much. But anyway, but then someone in the comments on the Reddit thread said, you know, witches make themselves young and hot all the time, so it's just perfectly in lore.
I mean, yeah, it's not, I don't, like, hate it. The thing that I dislike about making Agatha young is just that we don't have a lot of characters that get to be, like, older. Like, there aren't a lot of older characters in comics. And Agatha was, like, one of the few people. You know what I mean?
Look, nothing stays the same. We took Charles...
You know, we have horticulture. We can always look to horticulture. Someone can always bring them back.
We took Charles out of the wheelchair. We took Babs out of the wheelchair. Like, nothing stays the same.
Nothing stays the same.
Ever.
And yet everything returns to how it was.
Punisher is no longer the Punisher anymore because you can't do that book for some reason.
Because Punisher gets not allowed to punish.
And then we released a new Punisher book with a new guy who's the Punisher, but it can't be Frank. I don't know.
I don't know.
Another... I'll be quick with this.
Gamma says this is Gilf Erasure. I know. That's what I'm talking about, Gamma.
Gilf Erasure. It's got...
No one cared except for comic fans. I know. Which you would think that Tom would...
If Stan Lee was still around, he would have saved old Agatha. Anyway, I'll be quick on this one. Geiger, it's from Ghost Machine, Image Comics. It's Jeff Johns and... Wait a minute.
Your boys says Claremont made Psylocke.
Wait a minute.
I believe that is correct, yes.
You
mean Betsy?
We got a different artist on this one. Oh. Replacement artist coming in hot here.
Whoa, replacement artist. Ooh, this looks great, though.
It's usually Gary Frank on art.
Who is it this time?
But now it is...
Paul Pelletier.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm saying that right.
I was just about to sing the praises of Gary Frank, but now we got...
Pelletier.
Someone new.
Could be that.
Yeah. Frank will be back, I assume, because this is, like, his baby.
Damn.
I just assume he needs some time off.
Who this lady?
Who that lady?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't read this yet.
I want to be her. Can I be her?
Okay.
Okay. She pretty. I like her. This looks amazing, though. I love the layout. Can we just talk about, like, these clean, like, and just, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
How clean the borders are. But then how the lines aren't, like, perfectly straight. And I like that they're thick lines.
Not gigantic,
it's very
unfortunately.
Aesthetically pleasing. No, but she does have a gigantic look about her, so I could see a little bit of that. She's also got a little bit of who's the lady in the jungle? Why can't I remember her name right now?
I was gonna say She-Ra, but
no, that's
what
right. I was gonna say, but I was like, that's not right. She-Ra's a totally different character.
She's a 3-drop in Marvel Snap. Oh,
yeah.
Shanna.
Shanna, thank you.
Yeah. So Gamma Geiger's great.
Shanna or Shauna?
The She-Devil.
Shauna the She-Devil. Shauna, not Shanna, right?
I don't know. I've only ever read it. I've never heard it.
Yeah, she's never come to our door and introduced herself, unfortunately. I'd be in trouble if that happened. Because I'd be in love. The She-Devil, yes. Shauna the She-Devil, I think is how it's said.
Yeah, the guy's basically a nuclear reactor, and like the sticks that he uses to fight with are actually the cooling rods that he needs to like stick into himself to like turn down his radiation. G.I. Joe.
Lummick says, "Don't start me on Marvel's take on the Punisher." Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
We feel you.
Yeah, just not gonna take this out, but G.I. Joe by Larry Hama, consistently good, fun. More Joes.
More Joes. More.
These can both be done
GIs.
at the same time because.
Oh yeah, basically kind of similar thing here. So Duck has epitaphs from the Abyss and Cruel Universe, and because Duck grabbed those, he dropped Creepshow this year. So I've been keeping the Creepshow alive and said, but I would like to read Creepshow because I was always reading Duck's copies of Creepshow. So now I am getting Creepshow, and I'm very pleased and happy with this choice for us.
So
now we have all the spooky comics. And I would say people were asking me this a lot in October, but like, this is like this is great. These are both great.
Great horror. If you like
spooky
horror
comics. And great. Hyde Street is also of a similar vein.
That put G.I. Joe is at issue 311.
311, yeah.
But yeah.
That's Larry Hama's G.I. Joe, though. Yeah. That's not part of the
Energon universe.
The Energon universe is its own thing.
That new one just came out.
But Larry Hama's been writing G.I. Joe forever, so they said, you can just keep doing that. We're not going to stop you, Larry Hama.
Also, my bi-weekly...
And Duck also jumped into G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero.
At issue 300.
Like, late.
And I'm still enjoying it.
Still enjoying it. So that should also remind you, if you want to check it out, you could probably jump in, like, wherever.
You can probably just jump in now. There's not... The lore is real loose, and they catch you up real quick on what you need to know. That's it.
Chemdog says, I have Tiger's first series, which was just the cat. Wow. That's a great one.
Both of these, Epitaphs and Creepshow, they're just really fun.
The moon is following us.
The moon is following us.
The moon is following us.
Look at that moon.
So yeah, Nightwing. I'm just going to keep this one brief. I haven't read the new run yet.
I want to eat that moon.
I haven't started yet. I'm collecting it based on my love of the previous run. And because when I heard the premise for this, it sounded interesting. So I'm sticking with it because I love Dick. Don't clip that. I mean Nightwing.
Everyone clip it.
Don't do it. Don't you do it.
What did you mean to say?
I love Dick Grayson. Nightwing.
Clip that and cut it. Cut it early.
I love Nightwing, and so based off of that, I'm going to be checking it out. So this is the second issue, I think, of this run? Second or third?
Second issue.
Yeah. I still have to finish.
One for each cheek.
I still have to finish the previous run, though. It's been taking me a while because I'm mourning the loss.
You don't want to say goodbye?
I don't want to say goodbye. But I'm also thinking of reading Detective Comics. But then I also there's too many DC books that I want to read. It's a problem. I'm also going to keep this one brief because I need to catch up on Black Cloak. But if you don't know Black Cloak, it is an amazing series by Kelly Thompson, Meredith McLaren, Beckett Carey. And it is very much like murder mystery vibes, but set in a fantasy kind of a fantasy world where it's like, what would happen if like the big war that everybody fought in the fantasy where the united everybody was over. And it does have a little bit of like saga elements to it as well. I don't think it's quite as weird as saga, but
It's not as weird
it's
as
not
Saga.
as weird as Saga, but like just some of the aesthetic I think is kind of Saga-esque. And it is in the sense that we're like exploring like these different social groups and like there's politics and all of that stuff like how Saga has, but in like a fantasy setting. There's those elements. And Black Cloak is the name of it because our main character, she is originally a Black Cloak, which is basically like a detective, if you will.
Yeah, in the magical world.
In the magical world, Black Cloak. It's also a magical world where magic is basically like almost gone.
Yeah, it's been dying ever since the war.
So that's all I'll say about that. But I'll say I read the first sort of arc, and then they took a break. They were on a hiatus as they raised the funds to
Continue the
story. And so now they're back continuing the story. And I read, I think the first issue back or the first couple issues, and I'm still really loving it. So, oh my goodness. No one clip it. No one clip it. Oh, don't clip that. Too late. I said deck. Oh no. Not the deck. Exceptional X-Men. I did a video on this on my YouTube channel. If you haven't seen it, do check it out. It's on the first 2 issues, which also someone commented and said that I was wrong about the QR code and that in issue 1 there was a QR code, and they were correct. There was a QR code in issue 1. I think after reading issue 2, I blocked it out of my mind because it wasn't in issue 2, and I was just so happy that the QR codes were gone.
Yeah, just a shout out to everyone in both chats. You're all awesome. Just want to let you know that you're great. But also, did anyone else hate those QR codes at the end of the X-Men comics?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have had a problem with it.
Raise your hand.
If it wasn't 1 by 1 megapixels.
You can't read it.
And you couldn't resize it.
And then it was like, I just want to know what this says, but I can't read it. And I like that it's a teaser. I thought that was a cool idea. Everyone uses that one panel of Starfire saying, I love Dick. Oh no. Yeah, that sounds like the internet.
Corey will never escape.
She'll never escape it.
The
but
Dick.
Neither will I, because I just said it. And I'm not going to stop saying it because I do love Dick Grayson. He's great.
If anyone has the power to make that into a remix, that would be awesome.
I honestly should recreate that one panel when I do a Starfire cosplay. And we should put a bubble.
Yes.
Yeah. We could make that. We could make our own memes. So yes, I'm very excited for this issue. I really liked issue 1 a lot. A lot. Issue 2 was not as good as issue 1 for me, but it was still really solid. And the more that I think about what they're doing with Kitty, the more that I love it. She's still also kind of Kate. She's not fully Kitty yet. And now her and Emma are getting into it, which, you know, I think some people are feeling like, oh, here we go again. And like, didn't they just move past this? But I still love, like, I think they always kind of have to have at least some kind of rivalry.
There has to be a conflict.
There has to be that conflict. And so I love that they can get into it, but also, you know, probably work through it. Look at these kids in the middle.
Yeah, Gamma, if you're in...
This feels like a recreation of another cover.
If you're in the Discord, you have to drop that in the comics section of the Discord, the comics discussion, because that would be great.
Man, Dick is good. Yeah, if anyone wants to share their Dick panels, not their pics, their Dick panels from comics.
In the Discord.
In the Discord, you are welcome to.
Oh, we got something, because the
thing went off.
Thing went off.
What was that?
I don't know.
Did I do that? Who did that? What happened? A sound played. Was that a sound bite that somebody redeemed? Did we talk over it? I apologize. Emma once kidnapped her for crying out loud. I know. Yeah. So, I mean, there's just stuff that I feel like, you know, you can't always fully get through it.
People don't forget.
This is Star Trek. I actually don't know why you took this one out. I'm so behind on my Star Trek right now. It's embarrassing. But, you know, we're getting to the lore war.
We need to talk about lore war.
So
that's why.
I'm going to need to get caught up for that because I'm very excited for lore war.
It's the lore war.
Welcome to the lore wars. It's so fun to say. I can't wait.
Who's coming? Lore.
Welcome to the lore war. And I had the option to get the lore cover for this one, but I decided to go with, I believe, we have Pike, who's also on this.
You know, when I used to write for Star Trek,
oh my goodness,
there was a time when I said, Jack Kirby, we need to do Star Wars.
Stanley ever wrote for Star Trek, but I like this dream that you're trying to live.
All right, you got one.
And Cisco, by the way, is also captain in this comic. So if you're a Cisco fan, it's a good one. If you're a Star Trek fan, it's a good one.
It's probably the best Star Trek comic I've ever read.
I think it's literally the best. It's you know what? I'm not caught up right now, so this is a bold thing to say, but based on what I have read of Star Trek, it's one of the best comics I've ever read. It's really, really good. But especially as a Star Trek fan, because it allows us to bring together characters that otherwise we would never get to see together on screen because there's just time and such.
This one's yours. You picked this up.
Mm-hmm. Emma has a rivalry with almost every ex-woman. This is true.
Look,
Emma's got a lot of beef.
The first time she got let on the team, she slept with someone's husband. Like,
not a great look.
She's starting stuff.
She likes to stir the pot,
Yeah.
Emma. It's true. It's true, but we love her for it. Another Kitty and Emma catfight. I don't think it's going to be exactly like what is on the cover, to be fair. I think the cover is exaggerating what's going to happen. I don't think it's going to be that intense, but we'll see. Maybe it'll be a catfight. Cisco has escaped those darn prophets. Yes, Cisco is free from the prophets. And I am just enjoying seeing all of these characters come together and work together. I got this actually in honor of Chris, who last time we had the wheel going, we spun, and Chris got to pick our next comic, and Chris said that I could pick the next comic, and so I thought in honor of Chris I would get the Kahori comic, which I was intrigued by, and also because What If is coming up soon, like really soon. Like really soon.
The final season of What If.
Yeah, and I mean, Chris and I talk.
Marvel took a great concept for a show and they squandered it in season 2. Let's hope they can.
I think they're gonna hit it out of the park with this season. I have a lot of confidence in this season. I think they're gonna take the notes.
I really hope so.
But yeah, we talk a lot about MCU stuff, so I thought this would be a good pick for Chris. So I haven't read it yet, but I am excited to read it. I love this cover.
Also, just a reminder that if anyone subs or becomes a member over on YouTube or adds a super chat, your name gets added to the Christmas tree.
Oh, yes. I haven't really talked about the Christmas tree, but yeah, we are doing a Christmas tree thing where if you gift 5 memberships over on YouTube, or 5 subs over on Twitch, or if you do a $10 super chat,
or $10 worth of super chats,
yes, or a 1,000 bits.
Okay, sorry, I thought you shut down.
No.
For a second.
1,000 bits.
I have to plug you back in.
Over on Twitch, then we will add your name to the Christmas tree. I have little ornaments. I'm going to order a label maker. We already got a few people earlier today in the prior stream. I'm not able to feature the Christmas tree as much in this because of just there's lots of things in the frame. So that's why I didn't mention it earlier. But it exists.
So many fun things coming up for December. It's going to be great.
And we'll still also have the wheel, but I wanted to do something a little extra special for Christmas. So, and you get to pick your ornament. I have a lot of different things. I have bells.
It's fun.
One of these bells could have your name on it. I have little tiny little ornaments here.
Yes, Stephen, very excited
cute.
for Storm and What If.
To put under the tree that you could put your name
Chris,
on.
yeah, Scott.
Someone reboot Amanda.
The third and final season, Chris, I know already.
They should kill off Captain Carter and make Kahori the face of MCU What If. Ooh.
I'd be okay
I would be
with
like
that.
a little sad, but I think that would actually be really cool. I think also losing Captain Carter would be like this devastating loss, and people would be like, oh, no.
Anyways.
And then it would make everyone want to watch. What?
I said they'd be like, oh, anyways. Okay, so
no, I love Captain Carter.
Final regular size.
We got a little bit too much Captain Carter in season 2.
It's been a while since I've read The Amazing Spider-Man. Zeb Wells' run.
Steve, oh my gosh, did you read Steven's comment? So excited to see Storm, and what if Storm will save this season?
Yep.
I love it.
Can Storm save the final season?
I think so.
So, it's been a while since I've read Amazing
Storm can do it
Spider-Man.
all.
Ultimate Spider-Man has been scratching that Spider-Man itch that I've needed my whole comics career.
Duck was like, do I do it? Do I get the 8 deaths of Spider-Man? And I was like, I mean, if you want.
Oh, Gamma. Wait till you see this suit in action. Go to the next page.
Oh, my lord.
So, quick breakdown for everyone to make this make somewhat sense. Oh, hello! Sanitary One. Welcome.
Loved
Thanks
Superior Spider-Man. Superior Spider-Man is great.
Thanks for the
I
first time
agree.
chat.
Welcome on in.
Superior Spider-Man is great. This is not superior. This is... Spider-Man was made kind of the defender of, like, Earth's people.
Oh my gosh, KO Joe, for a split second, I thought that was Spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that, KO Joe.
So Doctor Doom became Sorcerer Supreme and basically anointed this new position to Peter, and he's got to fight all these like magical creatures now and basically die on repeat in the most horrible ways possible. This is just kind of a weird kind of sub-story between the end of the last run and the beginning of the new creative team taking over.
But we are getting Ed McGuinness on the pencils, so that's nice.
Ed McGuinness on pencils is kind of why I'm bringing it up.
Kind of why you're checking it out?
Oh my god, Gamma, there's so much vitriol. Did they kill off that homunculus fraud, Bailey Briggs, aka Spider-Boy? I hate him. He will never be the real Spider-Boy. They will not kill him off because he is
apparently selling comics.
Constantly in the top half of the top 50 comics sold across all companies.
I don't understand it, but I haven't read it, to be fair. So, I don't know. Spider-Boy, and now we also have Spider-Girl. After they were like, we better get rid of all these spider people. We got too many. Anyways, let's make some new ones. Now that we've killed all the other ones off.
So, yeah, he's going to be around for a long time as long as his comics keep selling. So, I haven't read this. This is me getting back into ASM. I'm trying my best to figure out what the hell is happening.
It looks like a lot is happening.
There's a lot going on.
A lot is happening. Doctor Strange is here.
Spider-Man has 6 arms again.
Doctor Strange is in his astral form. Is that as a result of what, Blood Hunt? Or is that just...
Nope, it's from Blood Hunt.
Okay, so that is a permanent thing right now.
Yeah, he's a ghost.
Okay. He's a ghost. He's a ghost. So wait, does that mean I haven't finished Blood Hunt? Never mind, no spoilers.
Finish Blood Hunt.
I know.
Wait a minute.
Steven, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat.
Oh, hello, thank
you. Did either of you read Phoenix 5 or Storm 2? If so,
did
thoughts?
either of you
Phoenix
read
3 really
Phoenix 5 or Storm 2? If so,
what Jean did
thoughts?
to Gore
The
was
Phoenix
so
story
cool.
really been
no,
picking
but
up.
I was okay. So
What
I was
Jean
just
did to
talking
Go
about
was so
Phoenix
cool.
Switch cams.
when I was let me switch. I was just talking about Phoenix when I was at the shop because I saw issue 5 and I was like, you know, I need to like get caught up on Phoenix and should I grab this issue? And then Duck was like, well, you haven't read the rest of it yet. And I was like, this is true and I should read it. But I read Storm issue number 1 and I read the first couple issues of Phoenix, but I'm not up to date on it right now. For Phoenix, I will say that is basically what I said when I read the first issue. Is I was like, I don't know, because I feel like this could be a good slow burn, but we might have to wait and see a little bit. But I think there's a lot of potential for it. But I was worried that they were just going to be rehashing some of the same stuff with Jean for like the millionth time. So do you feel like they're bringing, like, we're getting something a little bit more fresh? Because if so, I'm very happy to hear that, so that when I continue reading it, I can see some of that, because that I was kind of like on the fence. Like I was like, I feel like this series could go either way, and I could see it being really great, and I could see it being kind of just meh.
I also heard that Storm issue 2 was really good as well. Storm
issue 1 was also really cool too, but once again, it was like, this is an interesting concept, but I kind of feel like it depends on what they do with it. So, I mean, I also really want to check out Storm issue 2.
That is an amazing cover.
But no, I haven't read it yet. I need to get caught up. Steven, thank you.
Also...
You're giving me faith in both of these.
One, there is a Spider-Girl.
But there's too many X books. There's too many good women X books that I want to read all of them. Psylocke, Dazzler, Phoenix, Storm. What else are we getting? Magic, Wolverine. Is there any more? Did I forget anyone? I want to read all of them.
Yeah.
Why are they doing them all at the same time?
What are your thoughts I know you said that
Thank you, Gabe, for the like.
Bailey's already that you're reading it right now, ChemDog, but like what's it doing right now in Spider Boy? Like what's making it come back to read? Just because I haven't read any of it, so I just like to know. But also, Amanda, introduce our next comic.
Yes.
Oh, musing, no. Another Imperial Guard story? They need to get over it. They really do. The Phoenix killed a couple billion people. It happened.
It wasn't Jean's fault.
I said the Phoenix.
I know, but that's what I mean. It wasn't Jean's fault.
Yeah.
Okay? That was the Phoenix. Although I guess Jean is also kind of...
Let her live her fiery
Just
bird
let
life.
her live her life. But I mean...
How many times are they going to put her on trial?
I do love that you know, Jean was going up against Gore, and I think that's cool. I think I just love as well, like, letting Jean
Chris, X-23 Wolverine.
fly around the cosmos and do stuff. Like, I think that's a cool concept. Steven says Phoenix 4 and in particular 5, Dev starts to feel like it's paying off finally for sticking with it. Okay, good. Yeah, I felt like it was kind of one of those comics that you might need to stick around and like kind of see. But you know, it's hard because then you have to convince people to do that.
Hold on. Also, ChemDog said that Phoenix brought back Dan Jurgens' Dark Gods. I thought you meant, because I asked you about Spider Boy, I thought you were saying Spider Boy brought back the Dark Gods. I was like, what?
What? Spider Boy's crazy. What she did to Gore was awesome, says Amusing Streamer. Cool. I'm excited to check it out. I definitely want to catch up on my Phoenix.
Wait.
And my Storm.
Sanitary, I forgive you because you came in a little late, but we were just talking about indie horror.
I should honestly just do a video on all of the lady series that we're having with the X line and just talk about how conflicted I am in the sense that there's just so many things to read, but I want to read all of them. I just wish it was a little bit more spaced out. My one problem with From the Ashes right now is there's just too many books.
Prop those up for Sanitary. So Epitaphs from the Abyss, Creepshow, and Hyde Street. All fantastic indie horror.
Sorry if my hair is on here.
Those are
my hair and now I have hair everywhere.
Those are all anthologies. So if you want something that's more of like a what's the word I'm looking for here? Like narrative
anthology horror that like you can just pick up one issue.
Yeah.
Or you can pick up all of them and then you get a bunch of stories.
But if you want more of a narrative through line, go to Vertigo. Nice House by the Sea just started at number 1. Nice House by the Lake is the previous series that leads into Nice House by the Sea. Highly recommend. So good. The best horror
X-23
book.
Wolverine, yes, X-23 Wolverine. She's getting her own series. She's also in NYX as well.
Hopefully that answers your question, Sanitary.
Duck looks dazed and confused. I think Duck was just reacting to my rant about lady comics and how I love them, but I also am like, I can only read so many things.
But we also picked this up. Had no idea.
Did you hear Superman is going to be written by Dan Slott?
Interesting.
Superman is going to be written by Dan Slott is over. What do you mean, Gamma? Do you mean Superman is going to be written by Dan Slott or was going to be, but that's over? Yeah, you should definitely check it out. Looking for a longer story.
Yeah, if you want to go for a longer story, Nice House by the Lake, and Nice House by the Sea, right? Is the new one?
Yeah. Nice House by the Sea is the new one.
Yeah, so start with Nice House by the Lake and don't stop because it's a wild ride.
I would also say...
I'd also like to hear your thoughts after reading a couple issues. Oh, also another one. Sorry to cut off your thing again. Something is Killing the Children. Is probably my favorite horror book. Who publishes that?
Something is Killing the Children is Boom? Is it
Boom? Yes. My favorite Boom comic.
Yeah, Boom Studios.
Boom Studios.
I also really love from Image as well, Dark Ride, which I believe is that Joshua Williamson?
I think.
But that's from Image. It's like 12 issues.
Nice and short, but it comes in, does its thing, gets out before overstaying its welcome.
But it's still like enough of a story that I feel like, you know, you still get quite a bit of a story with it. And it is basically like Disney, but what if
What if
the creator of what if Walt like basically sold his soul to create Disney, but then Disney is actually a horror themed park instead of being like cute and fun. It's like all scary stuff. It's really fun, and just the idea behind the park, and it goes into like the family drama and like all the messed up stuff in their family.
It is Joshua Williamson, but it's also like
Here's the art on that book. The art is also fantastic.
Artist is
Vertigo is back, baby. Yeah, Vertigo is back. Yes.
Bresson.
I was very tempted to get.
Bresson.
Actually, that was another book that I was tempted to get today because I just want more Vertigo in my life again. You mean Walt didn't sell his soul? Well, we don't know for sure, Serenity. Also, hi, Serenity. How are you doing? Welcome in. Is Hellblazer back to the Vertigo tag? I don't remember what they announced. They announced some stuff at NYC.
They didn't announce any of the new books coming to the line.
It sounds to me, based on what I heard of it, was that it was going to be more like they're doing more new stuff with it than doing like bringing back older stuff.
DC,
but I don't know.
They said DC properties and things that happen within DC, like not continuity, but like the DC world. So like anything superhero or superhero
DC.
adjacent is going to be on the Black label.
Yeah.
DC Black label.
So that makes me think that Vertigo isn't going to have Hellblazer then.
It might.
Well,
I'll never say never, but
I mean, they could do maybe even a different version of Hellblazer. I don't know if it'll be John.
I'd be happy for any of that.
I'd be interested to see what they want to do. I'm definitely intrigued.
Oh, thanks, Fortune 500. Fortune 500. Member for 5 months.
Hey, thank you so much. Hope all is well with you. How's the BBQ going?
Appreciate you.
I said that really weird. BBQ. I feel like I skipped a B. Thank you so much. Appreciate you for being a member. Happy 5 months. I actually have some videos coming up too for my Golden Fang Gang members soon. Some vlogs.
So if you're part of the Golden Fang Gang, get ready.
Heads up, there's going to be some new vlogs.
Hot new content coming in.
But yes, appreciate you. Oh wait, that's a member. Let me update our goal here.
I know Fables just finished once again. They continued it from wherever they ended it last time for I think 10 or 12 issues, and then they just finished again. And then they said now it's done forever.
Now it's done for real.
Forever. Even though they said that before, but now they said it's double dead.
It's really done. We aren't joking. If you thought we were kidding, you were wrong, baby.
I wouldn't be mad if they did like a Fables Absolute Fables.
Absolute Fables? That would be really cool.
Sign me up.
I'm also just keeping track of super chat and memberships when people do the things, because I think I'm going to do a thing where you're going to get whoever does the most gets to pick what star we put on the tree. I'm going to get a few little star options. I'm looking forward to Spider-Man versus Predator.
When is the calendar coming out?
What calendar? Ooh, the calendar. I still don't have enough Mo flavor sets to do the calendar yet, so I'm still working on that.
But the Amanda calendar coming in.
But there might
2028.
2028. No. I don't think it'll be that long. But I mean, I might actually have images that I have from something else that I might be able to use to do a calendar, because the Mo flavor, I just don't have enough sets to do that one at this moment. That reminds me, I need to look at the Black Friday sale so we can get some more sets for that.
And ChemDog said, I'm looking forward to Spider-Man versus Predator. I forgot that that's happening.
But there will be some wintry ones in the outfit that you sent. There will be some pictures definitely coming out, because that's what I'm going to be using for my holiday shoot this year. Yes, the adorable winter cow is going to be a vibe, and I'm very excited.
In regards to that,
so thank you again for sending that.
In regards to Spider-Man versus Predator, all I'm going to ask is, Marvel, what are you doing? That sounds like fun. But you know what? Where is Predator versus Punisher? It's so easy. Just do it.
I want to look, but I'm always scared with Distillery, because you never know when there's going to be
Booba?
Nudity, yeah. Gosh, this art is stunning.
Oh, bye, Gabe. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night.
Bye, Gabe. Thanks for hanging out. Stay nerdy times 10. Back to you. Late night din din because we talked at my game night party instead of eating. Fair enough. Fair enough. Ooh, yeah. That's gonna be fun. 18-month calendar that starts in July. It could be that, actually, Lumix. That's a good suggestion. That way it just gives me a bit more time to put it together. But I might be dropping one. I might be dropping one next month.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to see it. It's also the other
cool.
thing that is adding a bit of a wrench into my calendar plans, other than the outfits and making sure I have what I want to shoot, is I don't know if you guys know, but we're having a bit of a post strike right now. So any place that uses Canada Post to supply me with stuff or anything like that, for shipping, you're just like, we don't even know when we're going to be getting stuff. Like, there's stuff that I'm waiting on right now, actually, that I could use that is just sitting because Canada Post is on strike, which, respect the strike, but it is unfortunate.
Oh, Fortune, that's so nice. I love that.
Keep being amazing. That's amazing. Good for you. That's so awesome. Very kind of you to do.
Also, yeah.
And I'm sure they're also really going to... That's probably going to be delicious, too.
Phlogiston? Is that how you say it?
I say phlogiston.
Phlogiston.
That's what I say.
Well, yeah, 100%. There's tons of books that I picked out just based on the art alone. And there's a lot of comic books that I've put back on the shelf because the story was great, but the art was terrible.
Oh, my. This seems very poetic.
We're getting spicy here.
And this is, I think, where I stopped. This might be getting... I don't know what's going to happen next.
I'm glad I picked this up. I had no idea what it was. I just saw that it was distillery. But I'm here.
For it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just, every time we go, we're like, what distillery books can we read? Very excited. Mage says, yes, the pen I ordered from Canada is coming via UPS because of the strike. Yeah. Yeah, there's stuff that I ordered before that unfortunately was shipped and then was in the middle of being delivered. And so it's just sitting somewhere. Right. My only fear is that they lose things. I really hope they don't lose the things that I ordered. Some of that stuff, some stuff that's in the mail right now that is pricey things. I try to do something every month. Everyone deserves a good meal. It's good for this. It's good for the soul. That's so nice, Fortune 500. That is true. Everyone does deserve a good meal, and it is good for the soul. And that's very kind of you to do. I'm sure that comes back as well to you. I do believe that when you put out good stuff like that in the world, it comes back like tenfold. Not that that's a reason to do something. You should just do something because it's good. But the world has a way of rewarding us. I think for good
also love to see Mike Mignola do Daredevil comics.
Ooh, that would be interesting. That'd be very interesting.
I know Mike Mignola.
We still have to play the Hellboy board game.
We do.
And I have the RPG as well.
I know Mike Mignola. You down for
Hellboy RPG on
is a very acquired taste, but I love it.
Because that could be a thing.
Oh, Lohit says, Amanda, are you on Blue Sky?
I am on Blue Sky, yes. You can find me at VampX13, where I am the same as I am everywhere, VampX13.
Karma is real.
Yeah, karma is 100% a real thing. Karma is true for sure. I've seen it. And this is our other one.
The last book. We made it.
One for Sorrow. Wow, we got a lot of books. That's all we got?
That's it.
Wow. Like barely anything.
All 30.
All 30 books. One for Sorrow. Wait, let me just make sure there's no, like, immediate nudity. Gotta be careful with the story books. This looks pretty safe. Whoa.
That art is great.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Show off the art. Give them the art.
Wait for the camera to adjust.
I have that Mignola Solomon Kane comic.
I'm down for any RPGs, Amanda. I know you are, Lumix. I know. I also have the Avatar RPG as well. We haven't played that one yet. That was gifted to me by Michael. Thank you for...
Goodness gracious, so many games.
That, and I'm very excited to play Avatar. I have a lot of RPGs.
It's over there under the other.
We gotta run some RPGs. I also still really want to do another game of Bluebeard's Bride, but with all gentlemen as my wives.
The
wife's psyche.
I DM yo. Sanitary says fave games.
Fave games. Video games or board games?
Any
or
games,
RPG
Sanitary?
games or any games. Which kind of games?
You start us off.
Garden
and
games?
We can go off of that.
Yeah, fave games is a hard question for me. I have a lot of games that I love.
Video games.
Video games. Okay, yeah, video games. My favorite video games, I really love Portal, is one of my all-time favorites. Dragon Age, Fable. What else do I love? I like a lot of RPGs. I tend to be an RPG gamer.
For me, I would have to say, within like the last decade, God of War.
Last decade.
The new God of War series are some of my favorite games of all time. They're tough, but they're satisfying.
You could also play Lumix. Fortune 500, thank you so much for the $1.99 sticker. Thank you. Spoiler alert. I know. Spoiler alert indeed. I just wanted to show you guys this page.
Bloodborne is up there too. Bloodborne is fantastic.
Faces. I'm a sucker for people that draw like just really expressive and interesting
DMC5. DMC5, one of my favorite games of all time. That game is so crisp, so buttery smooth in the
buttery.
The inputs.
Buttery.
In the practice mode, perfect.
How about you, Sanitary? What are some of your favorite games?
You said Bloodborne and BioShock.
Bloodborne and BioShock. Ooh, BioShock is fun. I've never finished BioShock, but I've enjoyed what I've played of it.
I put so many hours into DMC5, it's insane. I was pulling off like Royal Guard only runs with Dante. I had to put the game down. I had to stop. It was becoming a problem.
This is becoming a problem.
Yeah.
You were too addicted to the grind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like when it comes to games that I've put a lot of hours into, definitely a lot of RPGs that I've replayed.
I mean, if I were to pick one game that I put the absolute most hours into out of anything else...
Was it League?
Street Fighter 4.
Really? Street Fighter 4?
Street Fighter 4?
You play a lot of League. So.
Hundreds of hours into Street Fighter 4. Just in practice mode. Like, just
in practice?
Just practicing links and stuff.
Yeah.
Not to mention just the sheer amount of online matches I played in that game. Also,
something recent that I really loved is I really loved Star Wars Outlaws. And there's going to be the new DLC, so I might go back to that soon. Really, my favorite element, I think, of Star Wars Outlaws is I just love playing Sabacc in Star Wars Outlaws.
Can't stop playing.
And now I really want, like, a Sabacc video game. Does a Sabacc video game exist? Does that already exist?
No.
Really?
This is the first time we've ever gotten Sabacc.
Really? Well, we've gotten Sabacc because you could play it as a board game.
No, like in digital form.
But in digital form, this is the first Sabacc.
You need to play Balatro.
Yeah, I know. I need to play Balatro. I love card games. In all forms, whether they're digital or physical.
Fury, F-U-R-I.
Eric, I'm so
That's
glad
also
you're
one of
still
my favorite
enjoying
games
it.
of all time.
Are you excited for the DLC? I hear we're getting Lando in the DLC. And I'm very excited. And I was saying to Duck, if we can't play Lando at Sabacc, this game has failed me. This DLC has failed me. More Sabacc.
Yeah, Chris, I've... from the beginning, I was playing Devil May Cry like an absolute crazy person.
Fury is great. The soundtrack is incredible.
Fury has an unbelievable soundtrack and some of the most satisfying content in the genre.
Oh, Halo 2 is also one of my favorite all-time games.
You do love
Halo 2. Love Halo 2, like obsessed. Also,
I just like that we get to play
weird
as Spawn.
Sims games. I like Sims Herbs, which I can no longer play because my digital, my disc is corrupted, so I can't play that anymore. And Sims Medieval, something I love. Which I would have to get a disc drive, an external disc drive for my computer to play it on my computer because I have it on a disc. But you know what? I wonder if it's on Steam.
In terms of card games...
Can you get Sims Medieval?
In terms of card games, you know what my favorite card game is? Digital card game?
What?
Slay the Spire.
Slay the Spire. I still need to own Slay the Spire. I've only played a little bit of Duck's copy, but I was already like, this is so cool. I want to do this forever.
It's another game I've put hundreds of hours into.
And they just did a board game version of it too, guys, and you can play it with your friends, so you're not just playing solo. And I was like, uh-oh. But the box is massive. That's a downside for me. That's a hard sell for me.
You can't fit anything else in here.
I got too many games.
What about Baldur's? Where does that rank?
BG3. BG3 is one of my favorite games of all time for sure. I have an addiction.
Oh yeah, thanks for being there, Lummox. Appreciate that. That was a good stream.
It was. Oh yeah, when you did Slay the Spire?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun stream. Oh, also,
Oh
I think
yeah,
it's been popping up. I hope it's been popping up.
I haven't played
It may have been
Hades
on,
2 yet, Sanitary, but Hades is another game
guys
that I put a
aren't
lot of
following
hours into.
Duck is over on Twitch and also is trying to do more streams. So would recommend.
Trying not to be a crazy person and working 24 hours a day.
Lowhit says, I'm a big fan of Alan Wake 2 and all things Remedy. Finished the Lake House DLC recently and can't wait for Control 2. Yeah, I need to get back to Alan Wake 2. That's another game that I really loved. I still haven't finished it. There's so many games. Also,
DLC's
I just played...
out? You got it all? I said DLC's out?
Also, I just played Silent Hill 2 for the first time.
You still got to beat
I
that?
still got to beat that. But that game, the soundtrack for Silent Hill 2 is like maybe one of the best soundtracks ever.
Call back to earlier today.
Earlier today.
That game has a new game plus.
Silent Hill 2. Right, got you. We were talking today about how Dragon Age the Veilguard doesn't have a game plus, which basically is like...
New game plus, yeah.
New game plus. Why do we call it new game plus?
Because you start a new game.
Oh, plus all the stuff you unlock.
Yeah.
Got you. That makes sense. So new game plus is, yeah, where you get to keep stuff that you've previously unlocked in your other games. So when you start a new one, you just get that stuff automatically.
But
you've already unlocked
But
it.
it also ramps up the difficulty most of the time.
Oh.
To counteract that.
Yeah, see, I don't really need that personally. But I can understand why people would like that and want that.
RE2 and RE4 are also great games.
And I was like, do games do that? And people were like, so many games do that, Amanda. Did you not know? And I was like, no. And then Duck threw shade in chat and was like, well, you don't really finish games. And I was like, oh, I do finish games. Just not recently.
Amanda just
Can't
played...
give you a game that I finished in the last year. But I also play a lot of games that don't have endings.
That too. But you did play RE4 for the first time last Halloween.
I did, and I still haven't finished RE4, the remake.
Oh, Black
But
Phoenix,
really like
hello.
Black Phoenix, hi! I've been watching over on YouTube while I'm getting ready for work. You got Storm 1 and 2, along with the latest issues of Phoenix. We were just talking about that, Black Phoenix. How are you liking them? I'm not up to date on my Phoenix or my Storm currently, but I was just talking to Steven over in the YouTube chat about how I want to get caught up, and Steven was selling me on just what's been going on in both of those right now. I'm at I think I read up to issue number 2 of Phoenix, and then I read issue number 1 of Storm, and I wanted to do a review on Phoenix, but I've been holding off because there was the whole art controversy, and I just didn't want to, like, not talk about that. However, it might have been long enough now that I might not have to talk about it.
You should probably at least bring it up, because it's a part of the
It
thing.
is still a big point.
So 2 quick things, and then I have to say goodbye to everyone.
Okay.
But I guess three quick things.
And then if you all want to continue chatting, there are some shows we could talk about this week. Arcane, Act 3 just happened.
Dune
Prophecy. That's mostly what we have. And then What If is coming out very soon. Tomorrow or next week?
Chris said...
And Dan.
You definitely haven't finished DMC 3.
Oh, me? No, I have not. But I've only played a couple times, so...
Lowhit said, how is Veilguard, Amanda?
I love Veilguard.
ASM has been a train
lot
wreck.
Of fun.
Bye, Tevya. Appreciate you.
Bye, Tevya. Thank you so much. ASM has been a train wreck, sadly, including the 8 deaths, Tevya. But you're leaving, but if you're still here.
But anyway, everyone, it's been great hanging out. Thanks for coming, spending your time, your very valuable, precious time with us on Wednesday. On your Wednesday. It's because I have it right up to my face. But anyway, everyone, have a good night. Until next time, I will now flap away back to my duck sanctuary, aka my workstation.
I did just film. Thank you, Duck. Have a good night. Have a good, I'll never see you again. Goodbye.
Bye.
Forever. He's flying away. What was I going to say? Yeah, I did just film a Minecraft trailer reaction. So Duck is going to go work on that and get that up while I finish chatting with you all. What else is happening? Yeah, Dan to Dan. Why do I have 2 mics? This is not necessary. I'll just stick with one. I'll just stick with my mic if that's cool with you guys. I think that's enough mics. That was so sad. Sad ending. A sad ending with Duck flying away. Tragic. Never to return. Well, I'm sure Duck will be back another time. And also, another thing that I'm working towards potentially unlocking, I don't know if we'll get there this month, but if we get to 260 subs over on Twitch before the end of November, I have this stream tonight and I have another stream tomorrow. If we get there, I will do a drunk dexterity night, which I have not done in a while. I have more equipment now. I have the most equipment I have ever had. I will invite a few friends over. We will play dexterity games, and we will enjoy adult beverages. And there are some rules for when we must consume said adult beverages. And I did ask Duck if we unlock that, if Duck would guest on that, and he said yes. So Duck would be one of the guests, if that is a thing that interests you. It's really fun. Same Vampy time, same Vampy channel. Yeah, Duck will be back. Also, like I said, if you all have not already, I would recommend giving Duck a follow over on Twitch. He's not streaming a ton right now, but he will be streaming more as time goes on. So get in on the ground floor. Get in on the ground floor. And then, you know, maybe once he hits enough followers as well, he could hopefully stream enough and maybe even get affiliate, which would be nice. It is a little bit easier now to get affiliate than when I became an affiliate, which is good. I like that they're making it more accessible for people, because it can be challenging for some of this stuff to get, like, monetized. I want to do this. Adult beverage consuming? Yeah, I'm going to have a few guests. You can obviously enjoy a beverage of whatever you'd like along with us if we unlock it. Right now, the streams that I have coming up that we've unlocked, we've got tarot reading stream, which we unlocked through the Twitch side, and we also have 2 Discord watch-along parties over on the Discord. So those will be happening too. Amanda isn't going to old Yeller Duck. He will be fine. Not now. Duck still has use. No, I would never. Duck is great. Explain Vampex 13. Is it Vampirella based? I love vampires. I've always loved vampires for as long as I can remember. I don't even know the origin. There are so many vampire stories that I think of when I think of my first, like, love of vampires. It's been going on for a long time. I also may be a vampire. I cannot confirm, but I also cannot deny. So that is where vamp comes from. X. I was thinking about this the other day, and I was actually wondering, like, did I just pick X arbitrarily, or was it because I've always loved the X-Men? I was thinking about this weirdly last night as I was going to sleep. I was laying in bed. It was like 2 a.m. Still haven't fallen asleep yet, and I was like, maybe that's where the X came from in my username. But I don't remember for sure. 13 is my favorite number, and 3. I really love the number 3. So that is the origin of my username. I made it my username for everything many moons ago, and now I live with it. And I thought about changing my YouTube channel to just my legal name and just making myself like Amanda McKnight. I also have a claim on another handle that I think is like Amanda McKnight Official that I could use on YouTube, but I haven't done anything with it yet. And I don't know, I kind of like just being Vampex13. Like, I kind of like that it's separate from my legal name. Not that I hide my legal name from anyone, obviously. Like, I don't, you guys can know my legal name. It's not a secret. Is it my legal name? Is it a secret? Is it a lie? No. But you guys can know who I am. But I kind of just like that there's like a username that is also like my, I don't know, my online self, whatever. It's why she lives below ground, guys and gals. Sunlight bad. Yeah, it's true. You'll notice there's never any sunlight in my place because I live in a military bunker, but also potentially because I'm a vampire. However, you have seen me in sunlight because, like I said, I do have that rare vampire sunscreen that I sometimes wear when I go outside. I know, I'm so excited for Nosferatu. I'm so excited for the Robert Eggers version. I remember watching the original Nosferatu back in the day. I have like so many vampire. I still own it. I have so many vampire movies. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a good time. I'm very excited. I really love Eggers, so I'm hoping it'll be a banger. Speaking of vampires, are you excited for Castlevania Nocturne Season 2? It's coming in January. Do you watch Castlevania? So I've only seen a little bit of Castlevania, but I liked what I saw. Duck actually introduced me to Castlevania, and I really liked it, but we just haven't watched more of it yet. But I've heard that also Lenore is a character that I need to cosplay, so I feel like I need to watch more Castlevania. And from what I've seen of it so far, it is a show that I would be obsessed with. So yes, I am excited for more Castlevania, but also I need to get caught up. Scarborough basement living is the thing. I'm not judging. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, no, I didn't think you were judging my military base ways in my place that is impossible to find. As you've all seen from whenever I have food delivered here. Bunker, tomb, same name. Crypt. There's got a basement. There's a lot of names. Dungeon. Names hold power, Amanda. Yeah, well, that is true. That is true. Names hold power. That's why I go with Vamp. Favorite vampire movie? Oh, that's hard. Of all of them. I think I'd go with Interview with a Vampire. I think that's still my favorite. But there's a lot of really good ones. So it's a hard thing to pick. But Interview with a Vampire is a film that I just constantly come back to and rewatch. I really love it. Honestly, we should do a Discord movie watch along where we vote and it's all just vampire movies. That's an idea for our next Discord watch along. We have to do a holiday one, we have to do a TV one, but the next one we do, it will be vampire themed and we can vote. Yes, Interview with the Vampire is an amazing movie. You should definitely watch it. It's so good. It's so good. I also need to watch the new Interview with the Vampire series. I've only seen a few episodes of that, and I feel like I'm going to really love that too, even though it's different, obviously, than the movie. I know, so much content, so little time. That is the only thing that is holding me back, Steven, honestly. It's like one of those things where people will recommend books or shows to me or movies or various cool media games, and I'm just like, oh, I want to do all these things. Why is there so many hours in a day? And then there's the other thing of like, if I love something, I'm probably going to want to talk about it on my channel. And then the hard thing is I am very not niche and I already do too many things. And then I'm like, oh, but if I add more things, I'm even less niche. But I think the thing that a lot of my stuff has in common is it's all pretty nerdy stuff. I've also really been enjoying What We Do in the Shadows. Has anyone been watching What We Do in the Shadows? What do you guys think of this season? My friends that have been watching, let me know in the chat. I've really been loving this season. I just watched. It's been like hard. It's been a really challenging season for me. I don't know why. I've been feeling more sad, I feel like, than I have in a while for seasonal changes. And What We Do in the Shadows has been a show that has just been like keeping me really happy, but it's also very bittersweet because it's the last season. And it's kind of a go-to show when I'm sad. But the show will still be there. I can always go back and watch it. So, and I probably will because the episodes are iconic like that. Dog says Mayfair Witches. Yeah, I never really got super into the Mayfair Witches, but I do also want to check out that show. And I did read a little bit because the Mayfair Witches do obviously come into the Vampire Chronicles. There's a little bit of crossover in the books. And I'm a big Anne Rice fan. So that also might be why Interview with the Vampire and just the Anne Rice books. I also, okay, this is controversial, but I do like the Queen of the Damned movie. Even though I know objectively it's not very good, especially as an adaptation of that book, which has so much more that's going on in it. But I love everything Anne Rice. So even when things aren't the best, I'm still obsessed. Also, Queen of the Damned still has an amazing soundtrack, so nothing can ever take that away from that film. Once Bitten, vampire comedy from the 80s, a very early Jim Carrey role. Once Bitten. It sounds familiar, Dichotic. Let me look up a poster. I feel like I have seen this, actually. Yeah, I think I have seen this. I think I saw it a long time ago, though. And I've probably only seen it once. So it's been a minute. But yes, that could be a fun one to revisit. That is what Once Bitten I haven't thought of in forever. It is a strange film. Drunk Lily, hello. Thank you so much. Very 1950s. Yeah, I feel like my look today has kind of a very like 50s or like 70s kind of vibe. I don't know. It's a whole look. I did a little spin of my own volition. Oh my gosh, my legs, guys. I need to do some yoga after this. My legs are on fire. I did too much leg day yesterday. Also, why is it that the top of my calves hurt? Best line from Once Bitten. Oh my goodness. Did you ever watch the show Forever Night? I don't think I watched Forever Night, Lumix. That doesn't sound familiar. Vampire show? High-waisted. I like the echo emotes. I don't know. I think this is an excited echo. Oh my goodness, this is a Twitch global emote. Oh, that's so cool. That's so awesome. I love that there's an echo Twitch global emote. We love high-waisted. High-waisted is a vibe. Although I feel like it's not as stylish anymore, but I don't know. I'm still going to wear my high-waisted pants. They are comfy, and I like how my booty looks. You did a 10K run today. Wow. How are you feeling now, Lily? Stretch it out. That sounds exhausting. I do not like to run unless I'm running away from something. And even then, I don't really like to run away from things. Forever Night, Vampire Cop Show. What? That sounds fun. Salem's Lot, yes. I've actually never seen Salem's Lot, but I know of it. Lohit says, I'm a Buffy and Angel fan. Oh, real Buffy show, my fave vampire show. Yeah, I do love Buffy, and it is also one of my favorite shows of all time. And it is also a comfort show that I come back to. But I also feel like Buffy, there are elements of it that have not aged great. But it's just, it's a show that is of an era. It is a show that is of an era, and I will always have a special place in my heart for Buffy. I would say Buffy and Rome are two of like my favorite all-time shows. But honestly, The Penguin might end up being one of my favorite all-time shows. I really loved The Penguin. I'm still thinking about it. Kyojo said, I like Queen of the Damned too. Oh my goodness. All right. Okay. I feel seen. I feel heard in this chat. I like how I was like, you guys want to talk about current shows that are happening, and now we're just talking about vampire shows and movies, and that's great. I really love that. I should do more vampire content, honestly. It is in my name, and yet I probably don't talk enough about it. When I scratched my nose, I reminded you of Samantha from Bewitched. Did I? Did I scratch my nose? I don't even remember. Probably I did. You all notice more what I do sometimes than I notice what I'm doing. I will say last night I was sleeping and my nails are so long right now, and I was like digging. Do you ever do that when you sleep? You dig your nails into your palms, and I woke up and I had all these like just like not welts, but like indents from my nails at night. It's very intense. Forever Night was amazing. Perhaps a bit dated now, but it was filmed in Toronto and set in Toronto. What? That's cool. Okay, well now I have to watch it. False advertisement. I know, right? Where's all the vampire content? Drunk Lily says, I used to run marathons. Nice. One of my teachers used to watch Buffy in class with us. Oh, that's so fun. Forever Night, not just a vampire cop show, but a Canadian vampire cop show. That would probably make sense as to why I haven't seen it. I feel like there's a severe lack of Canadian TV in my repertoire of things that I've watched. I have watched some Canadian TV, but I remember when I would go to the States when I was younger, I had a lot of friends that like loved Degrassi, and they were like, "Don't you love Degrassi? It's Canadian." And I was like, "I don't really watch Degrassi." Even though it is Canadian. I probably should. Oh, yeah, I get that. I hate when I wake up and my arms are numb. It's the worst, you boys. It sucks. There was a vampire show called Moonlight with the dude from Hawaii Five-0 that is excellent. Pretty good cast, too. Interesting. You also didn't watch it, Critter Nation? Yeah, it's, you know, I don't know what it is, but sometimes. Morbius of Krell says best vampire films: Interview with the Vampire, Fright Night, From Dusk Till Dawn, and Lost Boys. These are all excellent picks, Morbius. Excellent picks. Man, I do too much comics and too little exercise, says Low Hit. You know, something you could always do, something that I like to do sometimes, I'm not always the best at it, but sometimes I'll bring a comic and I'll actually read while I'm working out. Which I find just fun, especially if you're doing weights. I feel like you can do weights and just like have a comic like on a weight bench and then just be like, or like on your lap, and you can just like lift weights and then like have your comic there. You can even run and read, but it's a little harder to like run and read. I don't really run though. I ellipticize. My knees are too bad. It was Buffy and Charmed for me growing up. Used to watch those on repeat. Bring back Girl Boss Supernatural TV. This is true. I never watched Charmed, but a lot of people have recommended it to me. I think maybe I need to watch it at some point. A lot of people in chat have asked me about Charmed, and I'm like, do I need to watch Charmed? But I like it. Do you guys think I would like it? Kim's Convenience. Oh my goodness. I know Kim's Convenience is great. I've only seen a little bit of Kim's Convenience, but I will say I have seen some of that one, and Kim's Convenience is awesome. There's another show called Moonlight. Ooh, what is Moonlight about? Canadian vampire are like our vampires, only more friendly, says Lantern Zone. Yeah, more polite vampires. Moonlight also had the actress who played Madame de Pompadour from Doctor Who. What? Sophia Miles, says ChemDog. All the doctor knowledge. We love to see it. We love to see it. Are you guys excited for the Doctor Who Christmas special? It's coming up soon. I'm really excited. Lost Girl was a great series that had like vamps, succubuses, trolls, etc. Wait, what? Lost Girl? What? Had supernatural stuff in it? Is this the same thing that I'm thinking of? Also, I just found out you can buy Sims Medieval, guys. It's on EA and it's $20. It still exists. I could still get it. And I could play it. And it would be great. But can you get Sims Herbs? Probably not. Sorry, I'm just realizing because I looked this up. How can I get a copy of it? People are playing it a year ago. Herbs, Sims in the City, PlayStation 2. What? How are people getting copies of this? I need a copy. I need to own it. I mean, I have a copy. My copy's just busted. I need to take better care of my discs. But anyways, we were talking about, what were we talking about? We were talking about Lost Girl. Lost Girl. Hi, Ford Crown Vic. I'm glad that you enjoy playing chess. Chess is awesome. You make AI music when you're not playing chess. That's cool. That's cool. Welcome on in. Thanks for chatting. Lost Girl. I did not know that this was an element of Lost Girl. I did not know that this show was about a succubus. What did I think Lost Girl was about? I did not know this. It's Canadian, and it's vampires. And wait a second, starring Anna Silk, it follows the life of Beau, a bisexual succubus and powerful warrior. I'm sorry, how did I miss this show? Why have I not been watching Lost Girl this entire time? Why did I miss that show? I mean, this entire time. It's not going on anymore, but this is blowing my mind. I've only seen a little bit of Birds of Prey. The High Evolutionary actor was also in a Doctor Who episode. The current High Evolutionary actor from the most recent, like from Guardians of the Galaxy? Yeah, just be careful you don't get the graphic novel instead of the TV show. Very different things. Fair enough. A Ford Crown Vic, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome on into the Fang Gang, my friend. Lost Girl is a good show. I need to check it out, clearly. Any favorite movies? Like, of all time favorite movies? Like, yeah, I got a lot of favorite movies. One of my all-time favorite movies is Memento. Yeah, you gotta look it up, Eric. Birds of Prey was a time. What? Why was the graphic novel banned? But they're not related. Not related. Oh, that's cool. Is that is MetaQuest 3 like is that VR? So is it like you watch the movie but you're also in the movie? That sounds like it'd be intense. I've heard of Memento, but I've never seen it. Old Boy is one of my faves. Old Boy, that's a good choice. What is Lost Girl? A movie? Lost Girl is a series, a television series is what we're talking about, Low Hit. What is the best vampire anime? Hellsing? I haven't watched a lot of vampire animes. I've read some mangas with vampires. Duck is saying Hellsing. Duck is voting for Hellsing. True Blood is so good, except for the ending. I wasn't as big of a fan of the ending, but I actually own all of True Blood on DVD. I really liked True Blood. Actually, I really want Duck to watch True Blood with me. Duck, watch True Blood with me. KO, no promises. Kyojo says, yes, you will love Charmed. We should do a vampire exchange. You pick a vampire show, and I pick a vampire show. And we have to watch it together. Lost Girls on which streaming service? Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. Is it on a streaming service now? It finished in 2016, so it's been a minute. Lost Girl, where to watch TV. Apparently it's available on Apple TV. That's what I'm seeing here. Watch on Apple TV. I like really want to watch this now. Guys, I might have to go watch Lost Girl. Oh man. I feel like I had a vampire conversation on this stream or another recently. Vampires are coming back. Oh yeah, vampires have been coming back for a while, I feel like. I feel like for the last like year or two, like it's just been slowly creeping back in to the mainstream and I'm loving it. And I also really want to do reactions to Twilight with Duck because Duck has never watched Twilight before. I watched Twilight back when it first came out, and obviously it's not my favorite vampire property, but I just feel like Duck's reaction would be amazing, and I would love to capture it on film. We have CW app in Canada. I don't know if there's a CW app. Not that I'm aware of. I watch a lot of my CW stuff on Netflix. I think a lot of it's on Netflix. Lohit says, I guess Duck and me would be besties if we ever met. I mean, you both love Hellsing, so that's definitely one point there for sure for the bestie track. Poor Duck. Highlander, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Twilight, are they true vampires or false vampires? Well, Highlander, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm going to wait because Gladys might read it.
Twilight, are they true vampires or false vampires?
I would say that they are real vampires, but they are different than most other vampire lore. They sparkle, so that is, and they can go out in the sunlight. So that is breaking with some of the folklore, a lot of the folklore in regards to vampires. They're very different. So there's that. But I think they're real vampires. I think we still got to count them. You know, we don't have to love it. But I kind of love that like Twilight even is getting this like second Like, it's like more of a self-aware, like people acknowledge that it's kind of like it's super cringe, but there's kind of something just like comforting about how cringe it is, I guess. Also, thank you so much for your 5th super on a live stream. Thank you so much. Highlander, I'm going to mark it down because whenever someone does $10 worth of super chats, I have a tiny little Christmas tree. I don't know if you guys can see it. I need to move. Wow. It's over here. I'm going to be adding ornaments. I have ornaments over here. And I'll be adding people on there. If you do $10 of super chat before Christmas, or if you do 5 gifted subs on Twitch, or 5 gifted memberships on YouTube, or 1,000 biddies over on Twitch. Whoa, that's cool. I didn't even notice that. Amazing. Everyone's in Doctor Who. That's what I've learned. I really want to rewatch Lost Girl now. Oh my goodness, are we all going to go and watch Lost Girl? Is this going to be our lives? Because I kind of love that for all of us. It actually looks pretty great. I also really want to watch Interview with a Vampire, though. Let's just go watch vampire shows. As long as Jubilee as a vampire doesn't come back. Yeah, Steven, I agree with you. I mean, it was a time, but I don't think that we need to relive it. I don't hate that it happened, but I could have lived without it. You know what I mean? I always thought that they were false vampires, similar to how the Coogan in Vampires the Masquerade. They're not true descendants of Cain, but they have similar properties. I kind of like that theory, Highlander. I hear you. I hear you. Because they have similar properties, but there are certain things that just don't fit. And like every other vampire is like that. I would say in that world, though, I think they're like all that exist. But I think it would be cool to explore a story where like, what if there were other more real vampires in the Twilight universe, and then those came, and then we found out that like the Twilight vampires that we thought were vampires were actually something else. I think that would be interesting. I kind of like the Twilight. I kind of feel okay about the Twilight like werewolves, though. I feel like that was better than the vampires. But you know, I was always Team Jacob, so that's where I live. You're vaping and drinking coffee in my honor? Well, thank you, I think. I don't vape, and I'm not much of a coffee drinker myself, but I do enjoy a coffee every now and then when I'm feeling a bit sleepy. I'm more of a tea drinker regularly, but I do have coffee on hand for the odd time. And when I'm out, I do love to get a coffee when I'm at a nice coffee place. Lost Girl will be the new Suits. Just coming back. I've also watched a little bit of Suits, but only a little bit of Suits. Shuri's actress from Black Panther was in a Capaldi episode. Really? Which Capaldi episode? What? Missed that too. You got work in like 40 minutes. Oh no. Well, you boys, I hope you have a good time at work. Oh no, Cherry, how are you feeling? Are you feeling a bit better? Did you get a rest at all? In the Dresden Files, there are at least 4 different courts of vampires that cover most of the types from popular culture. Yeah, I mean, the one thing is that when you go around the world, there's also like different types of folklore for vampires. So one thing that I really loved looking into was just all the different lore that exists surrounding vampires. And there are some that are different, but there are some unifying elements, I would say, to vampires. Unifying characteristics, I guess. She was in Face the Raven. What? I can't believe I missed her in that. What? Every time, you know, the more I think about Doctor Who, the more I kind of think I want to go back and watch some of the Capaldi stuff, which is crazy because when the Capaldi stuff was out, I was like, I gotta get through this. I gotta get through this to get to the next thing. Loit says, I have sleep in 40 minutes. Oh my goodness. Different times. Or, you know, just different schedules. No worries, Fortune 500. Take your time. There's no rush. There is no rush. But I appreciate you. Always lovely chatting and chilling with you. It's great. I hope you have been having good chats. It's been lovely chatting. I think what are we at right now? 2 hours and 30. I think I might be heading out myself soon because I do have to get up. I do have to get up early so that I can come back here and chat with you all. And I still haven't done my duo today. I got to do my duo lingo. I also need to play some more Pokemon Pocket because I'm addicted to Pokemon Pocket. I need to do a Pokemon Pocket stream. I'm too obsessed. But I digress. I don't have to leave right this moment because an ad is starting in like 38 seconds and I can't snooze it. It won't let me. I've used all my snoozes, I guess. So I'm going to wait for the ad to come and go so I can say goodbye properly. So we'll talk for a little bit longer. Has anyone been watching Dune Prophecy? Does anyone want to talk about Dune Prophecy? I want to talk about Dune Prophecy. I have so many thoughts. I just filmed my episode 2 review the other day. I'm so conflicted on this show, guys. Is this because it's not Frank Herbert? Is that why? Is that why I'm conflicted? I need to know. Where are my Dune people at? Where are the Dune fans in the chat? Lots of Game of Thrones actors were in Doctor Who. Yes, this is a thing that I know. Yeah, Cherry's been having it rough. Cherry, you've just been like sick, I feel like forever. I just want you to be well again. Nope, I feel horrible and have been crying for the last hour, so didn't fall asleep. Just in a lot of pain and terribly sick. I'm so sorry to hear that, Cherry. I'm so sorry. That's really not great. Make sure you're drinking lots of fluids, please. Please take care of yourself. Crying, especially, I feel like can really just get rid of all of the water. I haven't seen the new films yet. Ah, got you, ChemDog. Got you. Lomix said I haven't started it yet. Oh no. I've been watching the new Ted Danson show from the people that made The Good Place. What? From the people that made The Good Place. I love The Good Place. Highlander says, I absolutely love Doctor Who. My absolute favorite. David Tennant. I could watch those Doctor Who's over and over and over again. They never get old. I agree. Doctor Who is like comfort food. It's always fun to come back to. And we all have our favorite doctors, which I love. My favorite is Matt Smith. I watched Dune, but honestly, I don't know. The story just like is just like Mad Max. I could see some similarities. There's some vibes. There's some aesthetics even, I feel like, in a weird way between those two. Oh, Chris says, hope you feel better, Cherry. I saw episode 1 of Dune Prophecy. I liked it. Everyone said it was a snooze fest. Yeah, I feel like it is definitely more of a like slow burn show, but I don't think it's a snooze fest. I think there's interesting things happening in it, but I just feel like I'm not emotionally connected to these characters. Like it's not like Dune. It's not like the movies in the sense that, you know, I do feel connected to Paul and to Jessica and these characters, and I'm just not really feeling that yet, but I think there's a lot of cool ideas with it. Like there's a lot of stuff in the world that they're exploring that I think is interesting. The girl at the center was decent. I'm okay with slow burns. I love Benny Gesserit. I know. Yes. I feel like maybe if we just keep going, it's gonna get better. I'm holding out hope. The first 30 seconds of Dune Prophecy, they showed the Butlerian Jihad. That was so good. Fortune 500 said it's just confusing. It is a lot. I feel you. It's not for everybody. So my history with Dune, for those that don't know, is I watched the first movie, the remake. I watched not the remake. It's not a remake. It's a retelling. It's a completely new take on Dune. The new films that came out. I watched the first one. I didn't really understand what all the hype was about. So then I was like, I mean, this was good. I thought it was good. I thought it, like, artistically is a great film. But I wasn't really super into it. Duck really loved it. And then I was like, well, you know what? I'm going to try this 80s movie because I heard it was like a cult classic. So I went back and watched the 80s Dune, and I loved that. I loved it so much. So then I went and read the book, and then I really liked the book. I thought the book isn't really like my favorite kind of writing by Frank Herbert, but I really liked the world building, and I thought there was a lot of interesting philosophical concepts that it explores, so I liked that element of it. And then we watched Dune Part 2, and now I'm watching Dune Prophecy, so... And I think I might read Messiah, but I'm wondering if I should do that before or after. I don't know. Cherry says, I got a full water bottle right by me, and that's why I took Tylenol and ibuprofen to help. I just need to wait until it kicks in. Yeah, 30 minutes. I know. I know. Do you have anything that you can have that maybe isn't medicinal that can help you, like maybe with the pain, like maybe something that you just find comforting, like a sound, lights, some other kind of like sensory like stimuli, like maybe there's like a cold pack, ice, something. Have you ever read the books? They are dense. Took me a year to read it. I did actually, Highlander. I read it a few weeks before Dune came out, or yeah, a few weeks before Dune came out. I listened to the audiobook for Dune, and I enjoyed it. I heard it was kind of like people were telling me that it was really dense, and they were like, yeah, like good luck, it's really dense. And it is, but I think the thing that I just found hard to connect with Dune is that it's not my kind of storytelling that I like. Like I really like descriptive stuff. So like right now I'm listening to Lord of the Rings, and I'm going through that trilogy. I'm in the Two Towers, and one of the things that I really appreciate about J.R.R. Tolkien is that J.R. Tolkien. Did I just add extra R's? What time is it? 11:30. This is what's happening to my brain. Anyways, I don't know. I apologize if I added extra R's. But what I like about that writing is that it is very descriptive. Sometimes to other people that would be like also a detriment, but I like it because it gives me like a lush sense of what the world looks like and feels like. But that's also dense in a different way because there is a lot of like history and stuff mixed in there. With Dune, it's different because I don't feel like there's descriptions of places, so it doesn't really, you can't really get a sense for what it looks like or feels like, but you find out the story kind of through piecing together conversations, and it kind of just drops you into stuff, and then you have to like, through the conversations, you get the world building and you get to know who these characters are, and everything kind of unfolds that way. I think it's really fascinating to tell stories that way, but it's just not my favorite way for storytelling, if that makes sense. Because I'm very visual when I read a book, so I really like something to like paint me a pretty picture. So I like descriptive language, and there's not a lot of that in Dune. Also, I found Paul to be not a great protagonist. I mean, I just think Paul's kind of a jerk, but I think that's the point. No, I get that that's the point, but there was a part in that book where I was like, this guy kind of sucks. But I still got emotionally invested, so even though he is a jerk. Frank was more interested in politics than descriptions. Yes, you can tell. You can tell. And it's not a bad thing. It's just different. There were some great computer and board games set around Dune as well. Yes, I have played some of them. Joe Martin, the fugitive doctor, is also getting the Big Finish treatment. Really? That's awesome. Yo, I seriously loved Joe Martin, and I was really hopeful that she might just be the next doctor, although I'm very happy with what we're doing, but yeah. Marvel Man says, Amanda, have you heard of the series Bitten? It's about a woman named Elena Michaels. She is a loner in a world she never wanted to be a part of. The only female werewolf in existence. I feel like I have heard about this series. Is it a book series? Or is it a TV series? Huh. Sounds interesting, Marvel Man. I feel like I've heard of it. Dune 2 PC game, while not the first RTS game, definitely popularized the genre and shaped the direction of those games for years to come. Interesting. Has anyone ever come into contact with an energy vampire? They are real. I feel like I probably have at some point. Yeah, 100%. Lohit says Matt Smith is my fave 11th Doctor, and Amy Pond and Rory so good. I agree. I love Amy and I love Rory too. Fortune 500 says I'm ready for the new Tron movie. Yo, when is that happening? I'm just not a Jared Leto fan. That's fair. Jared Leto is a bit of an acquired taste. Nice, Lohit. Nice. Kyle MacLachlan, Dune was so good. It's so true. Too bad Jodorowsky Dune didn't happen. He was the creator of Inkle. Yes, some of that stuff, when you look into that version of Dune, is also just like bananas. So many of the things behind that. It's fascinating. I think there's a documentary on that. I haven't watched it, but I've heard it's really good. In place of, the actual film, which we never got. It's just like Foundation. The books are great, the TV show is good, but it's not like the books. Yeah, the books are great, the TV show is good, but it's not like the books. I mean, I feel like with Dune, they did a good job with this adaptation of the books. There's some things at least of the book that I've read, because it was just one book that was adapted in the 2 parts. But they did leave some stuff out that I would have loved to see adapted. But, I don't know. They left a lot of stuff out of the first adaptation of it, so. And I really loved that. I think it just depends. I mean, I think there's going to be different things that are going to resonate as well with different people. And I will say the first time we went to go see the first Dune, granted that day we were also seeing 3 movies, so I'd like to add that just to stipulate. But I did fall asleep multiple times in that film, and I had to watch it again after because I found it kind of like boring a little bit. I mean, not entirely boring. It just visually, it felt like it was so bland. And I get it. That's kind of the point of the film. That's kind of what they're doing. And then every time I woke up, they were playing like the Dune theme, and then it was just like blaring, and then there was just sand, and I was like, has anything happened? I feel like we're in the same spot, or we were in a dark room. So yeah, it grew on me. I watched it the second time, and then I could appreciate it more. It's easier to appreciate something when you're not asleep as well. Herbert and Asimov was the quintessential sci-fi reading of the time. I read it as a young kid, didn't get any of it, had to become an adult to figure it all out. Yeah, that's fair. Wait till you get to the next book, if you don't like Paul, Downfall of the Messiah. Yeah, I do not like Paul, but I don't think I'm supposed to like Paul. I think a lot of people see him as this heroic figure too, and I don't think that was the intention that Frank Herbert had for that character. So, I can kind of foresee where the problems could come in. But I also feel like the other issue is that, once you bring peace to everyone, like, then what happens? It's a big question. Absolute Batman is amazing. Absolute Batman is so good. So good. And how is issue 2 better than the first issue? I'm back, finally done with work. What happened to the duck? The duck is gone. The duck has flown the coop. ChemDog said Joe Martin's doctor is tasked by Division to stop the War Doctor. Ooh, I love this. Also, thank you for the highlighted message, ChemDog. TV show, television show. Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought it was a book series. Maybe it's not what I'm thinking of then. Maybe I haven't heard of it. Bitten. It sounds familiar. 2014. Oh no, I don't think I'm familiar with this. Sounds interesting. There are so many good, like, supernatural shows, and especially from, like, this era. Like, I feel like the 2010s, we were doing some cool things with supernatural TV in the 2010s. I don't see what the big deal was. Tron Legacy was awesome. The only thing I didn't like was the fact that she actually came out of the grid. I thought she was going to be, like, an AI or something. Did I ever watch NOS 4A2, another vampire genre TV series based on the book by Joe Hill? No, I haven't seen that one. What does it stand for? Is that just what it is? 4A2. Ooh, this looks really cool. Oh, wow. This looks really cool, and it looks really creepy. And it's AMC. I usually like AMC stuff. This looks interesting. Yeah, I would totally watch this. Y'all got some good recommendations. Lost Girl, Bitten. I don't even know if I'm NOS 4A2. Is that how we say it? I don't know, but it's great. It looks really good. Oh, it's just Nosferatu. Oh, that makes sense. Nos for, well, A2. It would be. Should be an at symbol. At 2. I'm workshopping this. It's already done. It's 2 seasons. It already is out. It's based on a book. It's already been titled. But, you know, if anyone wants to take my suggestion, they could turn that A into an at. I think that would be a better Nosferatu. Zachary Quinto was in it. Oh, I love Zachary Quinto. What's Zachary Quinto doing right now? Where is Zachary Quinto right now? Can we call him? Zachary Quinto, where are you? What are you doing? Is he doing things? Because I love him. The Duck will be back. They always come back. Yes, Duck will be back. And if you would like to check out Duck's Twitch, Duck is over on Twitch. Highly recommend giving Duck a follow. It doesn't stream all the time, but when he does, if you're followed, you'll probably get notified. So you might get to be there for it. And yeah, he wants to do more content as well, not just with me. Although, you know, that's also fun too. I think. I hope. Check out my Blue Sky. Kelly T like my absolute Wonder Woman 2 review. Oh, that's so awesome, Lohit. That's awesome, man. I love that. Sick. On Netflix now. Okay, Bitten is on Netflix. There you go. Zachary Quinto stole my heart. He was my real hero. Zachary Quinto is great. Quinto is in a show called Brilliant Minds. He's doing a doctor show currently. I'm not usually big into doctor shows, but maybe for Zachary Quinto I could be, because I really love him. This is what happens when I live under a rock. I know, I gotta get out of this military base, I'm telling you. It's the number plate on the main villain's car? That's cool. Dang. I'm gonna have so many vampire things to watch now. Like I didn't already have enough. Uptown Duck, you up? All right, friends. I think I'm going to check and see what's left on the page so you can finish the calendar. Oh, thank you, Fortune 500. You do not have to do that. I'm also going to be looking, there is a Black Friday sale for Mo Flavors, so I'm going to be looking at that. And then I also just need to get a space and get my photographer, and we got to take pics. But that is the thing that we wanted to do. I mean, ideally, I would have loved to do that last month, but unfortunately, it just didn't work out. I've also just been really busy, and getting the funds together just for the space and stuff like that is also a thing. But we're going to get there. We're going to get there. And I might have another calendar up this month. We shall see. I haven't forgot about it. It's still in my mind. He plays a doctor who can't recognize faces? Oh, that's cool. I love how doctor shows always have to have some like weird twist, especially after House. It always just had something that's like, he's a doctor, but this thing. No, I just got in here. Well, I appreciate you being in here, and I appreciate you all, but I will be back tomorrow, I promise. I'll be back tomorrow in the morning. I'm going to try to come on for 9 or 10-ish and do some more Dragon Age the Veilguard, so please come back. We can still talk vampires while I play Dragon Age the Veilguard. We can still talk comics. That is always allowed in chat. This is just a stream that is more for that. This was a long ad. Were you stuck in an ad, Lohit? Welcome back. Thank you for watching the ad. I appreciate you. It helps me to pay my bills. So I appreciate y'all when you watch the ad. It really does mean a lot. Unfortunately, Dichotic, we already have a Guide the Raid, so let me check that one first. And if Nick is not still streaming, then I will take your Guide the Raid. Let me just take a quick look and see where we're at. Where we're at. Man, this guy's still just playing Guitar Hero on the main page of Twitch. What the heck? I gotta follow this guy because he's too crazy. I'm just going in just to follow this guy. Okay, he's playing some Guitar Hero and he is shredding. I don't think Nick is... Is Nick still streaming? Yeah, I don't think Nick is still streaming. So I think I'm gonna go... I think I will do that raid. Let me just go in here and see and just make sure I didn't miss anything. And then we will do that. Thank you everybody for joining me tonight. Thank you everybody that supported the channel, whether that be with your time, your chats, your silence, whether you were just here lurking and listening and enjoying the chats. I appreciate you. Whether you sent a super chat or followed or, you know, subbed or used a prime or just were present. I appreciate all of you being here. Or even if you're watching this in the future and you weren't able to be here, but you came back just because you want to check some of it out. I still appreciate you. We are going to do a little raidy-roo. I don't know why I said that like that. Let's never do that again. That was strange. Let me see. I don't think this one is possible. So let me just make sure. Wait, is that a thing? Offline. Okay, so we can raid in even when someone's offline. That's strange. You shouldn't be able to do that, I would think. But yes, Nick is offline, so we will go to your suggestion, Dichotic, and I will refund Chris his points back, and we will do this. And for those of you that are watching on YouTube, don't worry. This is a raid thing. It doesn't happen on Twitch. But I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much, Steven. We'll be back in 2 weeks. We'll do another Talking Comics soon. And I cannot wait to discuss some more comics with you guys and hopefully catch up on some Scarlet Witch. I really want to read more Scarlet Witch. Let's all go read some comics and go to bed. And also play Pokemon Pocket if you are like me and you are addicted. All right, y'all. I'm going to send you over through the raid. We'll see you next time. And until then, friends, stay nerdy. I'm Max Mouse asks, are you back with Top 10 Nerd? I am not. Nope. I'm not back with Top 10 Nerd. Haven't been there since June. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. Bye. I'm just going to make sure that raid went through. I believe it did. And can I do this? I'll give Jen a follow. Oh my goodness, she's got a puppet. This is excellent. All right, y'all. I'll see you next time. Until then, friends, as always, stay nerdy. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for the follows. Purple Muppet, Rockstar Cindy, Need for Weed, and Auntie BC. So awesome. Oh my goodness, and Bubba203012, Captain Jenny, thank you so much for the follows. All right, Menom Guy 23. All right, have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much for all the follows.